Welcome everybody, I am the Vator on the flesh. This time we are going to be seen face to face, eye to eye. But of course, one person we are not going to be seeing tonight, but no, not tonight, for ourselves are still afternoon for us Europeans. But I have a beautiful person tonight or after this afternoon with me, which is I was going to butcher your name, really. Marek? No, freaking gosh, I forgot.
It's Mrak. Come on, we've been over this, man.
Yeah, we've been over that for a second. Marek. That's it. Mrak.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm a player for Alamo Squadron, and I will be joining the Liberator for today's wonderful match versus ETF and KIAP. It's gonna be banger.
That's correct. And of course, teams are already ready for waiting for the dice roll. So we are going to be speeding things up for a bit, and then we'll be talking about the teams and such, okay? So we are going to be increasing the pace for today's fight. So let us go with the dice roll. Of course, a different thing compared to before is that this time we are only... Where's my Where is my Chrome? Oh, it's not working. In a second, I'm going to fix this one up. Here. Now it's the dice. So we are going to be rolling in this occasion for the 6 maps that we have on the bottom left, okay? So over that, the other side, okay? On the other corner. So guys, we are going to be rolling in 3, 2, 1, now.
Gonna be shitty weather, I can feel it.
Well, you are wrong. We have Midday, Light, Scattered, Adana against San Liurfa, whatever the heck that's it.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Whatever that means. So if you don't mind, can you inform the teams on chat or Discord, please, and tell them that I'm going to be changing the mission?
Gotcha.
So number 5,
server restart.
Adana option 1. Okay. So of course, guys, while we have the teams getting ready, we do also have Emrak today with us, because he's been preparing for this match way better than myself. Because of course, as he being one member from Alamo, they were studying the competition, and of course they do have, in this case, I was going to butcher your name, Mrak. That's correct?
Yeah, I try to be the lead tactician, you know, but Prez never listens to me. Anyway, I studied kind of both of these teams in my free time, right? Because we would probably end up facing both of them. In the end, we lost to KIAP, but deserved, honestly. They played very well, and I hope they can keep up the pressure for today. Honestly, I'm cheering for both teams today, not having any preferences. But like I said, it's going to be a great match on a beautiful day in Syria.
That is correct. And of course, maybe if you want now to add a bit more into depth about the information that we have about the teams, about their tactics and what we are going to be expecting and whatnot, or do you want to talk about that later on?
Oh yeah, we'll see. Like today, we're gonna see 2 airframes, and that's the Jeff and the wonderful flanker on the KIAP side. I'm not sure if they're gonna use Su-33s. I'm very sure they're gonna use the Su-27s though, as they always do.
Well, I think they're going to be showcasing the Su-33 because it's higher performance, as far as I know, compared to the Su-27.
Yeah, it has the emergency afterburner for takeoffs on the aircraft carrier. But it also drinks fuel quite a lot, so you have to be kind of cautious about that.
Well, of course, you have to be very cautious. And still, I think that ETF is going to be flying... Oh, no, we don't know already. ETF is going to be flying a full 70 array of airplanes. And for 100 KIAP, and sorry, 55 PBO, 100 KIAP, you are seeing Su-27, so you were right, my friend. You were totally right.
I cannot go into spectator for some... Let's see.
You have to go into the director slot.
Director. You mean Game Master?
Yes. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that one's
That's in
locked.
translation. You don't have the... I thought you need the Combined Arms module.
I'll get it done in between the rounds then.
Well, I will showcase my screen with you until then. Oh, well, problems of being live then. So, guys, of course, now you are seeing each face to face. So, give us a sec to get things ready on our side.
Yeah, and guys, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. That's the
yeah, that's a given
rule.
That's a given. Things have to go south to go north afterwards. So guys, let's go for a brief pause. Teams are spawning. We are going to get the cameras ready for them. While I was going to watch
Mrak, come on, man.
It's complicated for me. While Mrak gets sorted out his side of the things, and of course, today we are going to be hearing the communications from 51st BBO. We are going to be so gracefully allowing ourselves to tap into the comms so we can be hearing what they are going to be talking while we wait for them to get into the fight. Okay, guys? So stay tuned. I'll see you in just a few more minutes, guys. So guys, now we are on camera. You can see we have already teams rolling. My computer checking because we are going to fly in Syria for this final part of the tournament. It's going to be all about Syria. We are going to be using Syria for the rest of the tournament, and we will only roll Syria as you've seen just in a few moments ago. So of course we will be getting the SRS ready in the comments that the 51st has allowed us to join them. Fast frequency, this one. Okay, I think I have that ready. Yep, I think I have it ready. Yep. So we should be able to hear also SRS communications between the teams, and therefore it's going to be a bit more interesting to see what the hell is going on behind the lines. Sadly for this match I could not get ready. Oh freaking, my computer did check a bit there. I could not get ready low TTC ready for you guys, but still we do have low TTC as per usual, looking beautiful in this freaking Syria region. As you can see, we are going to be seeing in this I was going to say air show. Oh freaking gosh. In this position, Adana. There you go. Of course, while we do talk, they're going to be going lower, so it should not be a problem. So Adana against. Oh, sorry, I interrupt. All yours.
No, go ahead. I'm just launching the game. It's fine.
Okay.
Already downloaded and stuff.
Perfect. So Adana against this air show. No, airport. My mind only goes about air shows. So yep, everything's getting ready. You can hear these guys talking on SRS. Let me modify a sec SRS for myself, because if not, it's going to be a bit complicated to hear everything. Where is SRS here? Out. Okay. Now it's everything. Does any else fly circles around the Burj Khalifa just because? I'm afraid, man, this is not the moment for that. No Burj Khalifa in this area for sure. But still,
that's a different map, man. But pretty close.
Well, yeah, realistically, it's not that far off, if I recall correctly. I mean,
yeah, it shouldn't be.
I mean, I'm just showcasing low TTC here. Sorry, freaking gosh. Tag view here. You can see this region is Caucasus on the northern area. This is the player area, which is Syria. And we have in this area, we have the Persian Gulf, where we have the Burj Khalifa for sure. But still, that's not going to be the place for all the fancies today. It's going to be any other place, as this is this area. So of course, my friend, do you have things ready for your site?
I will be ready in a second. I'm loading into the server right now, so
okay,
go ahead.
Perfect. No worries. Then I'm just going to check the notes I have to present the teams, so you guys get to know who's flying in this semi-finals. Remember guys, this match is one of the most important ones because today we are going to be knowing who is going to be advancing to the final stage of the tournament. So of course,
Yeah, we've already discussed this actually with the Liberator, but in our both opinions, these are the two strongest teams in the tournament, and so we probably, even in this semi-final, have a final on our hands right now on this beautiful Syria map.
Yeah, of course. In this case, on Chinese Festival, who is also the other team who is going to be participating in semi-finals, that we already know, it has been a very, very good team so far, and they have been improving in a very fast pace up until where they started this tournament. But I've been covering almost all the matches, so that I'm 100% sure. And they're going to be a force to reckon with. But still, I think that for all of us who have been following the tournaments for a long time, I think all of us know that these two teams, 51st PVO and ETF, are one of the two of the top dogs of the tournament format for sure.
Oh yeah, okay, I mean, go boys.
You ready?
Let's go!
Okay, please get check in chat with the teams they are ready to start. I know that for sure that 51st still have to taxi. So please check with the teams once they are ready, okay?
Working on it.
And when you are on it. And I'm checking if I find this option in Twitch that I'm a bold prediction. This is what I wanted. I want to make a prediction, guys, and I want to see with this start prediction.
Oh,
okay.
So we're actually seeing 4 SU-33s on the KIAP side and 2 normal flankers.
Oh, you're right.
It's very interesting, actually. As always, they all have the, you know, they all have the jammers on the wings. And give me a second, because I see 4 ERs. I'm pretty sure on Black Pixel.
While Marak is checking the weaponry, of course we'll check that once they are airborne too, a bit more in depth. But still, up until then, now you have a prediction going on, and then you can.
Oh yeah, my bad. That's that looks like normal. It's not an ET. That should be a normal T. Or my bad, ER. This is an R because it's smaller.
Alright, we'll check that afterwards when the boys are airborne, a bit more in depth. But until then, guys, you have on chat right now a prediction, and I want to know who do you think is going to be winning round 1, and you can bet using the channel points. So get them rolling, guys. I want to know who you think is going to be winning this round 1. And remember, this is a best of 5 scenario. Therefore, one team has to win 3 rounds. And Rack, I'm sure, and I think you are going to be right with me. You are going to be agreeing with me that we are going to be seeing a 5-rounder today.
Oh yeah, honestly, I was thinking about it a lot, how many rounds we're gonna see, and genuinely, I'm very not sure. I think the course of this match is gonna be decided by the first one, which team can get a better tempo, right? Because once you get going, DCS, very snowbally game. Once you get going, you're just set for success, right? So yeah, we'll see how the first round goes. Like I said, not really sure how it's gonna go. Maybe the SD10 is actually going to be the deciding factor for ETF, because from what I've seen from KIAP, they get sometimes pretty lucky against the AMRAMs, right? They just whiz by them 100 feet, no proxy fuse by the way, and yeah, the SD10 is not going to give you that room, and we'll see if that costs them. But same for ETF, because I'm not sure if they're very experienced versus the ET, which can be a very scary missile if you don't have flares.
Yeah, and of course, as you well mentioned, SD10 is one of the top missiles right now in DCS, outperforming the 120 Charlie that most of us used to fly. Oh, freaking gosh, used to fly around with, and that's why we are seeing a full roster of 17s for ETF. So give me a second. I'm going to be showcasing who we have right now for ETF, and then we'll be checking for 31st KIAP. So for ETF, we do have today, of course, all of them rocking the JF17, so they know what they are doing for sure. Breeze, Wrecker, Aspen, Cookie, DC, and Elizabeth, who are the usual team. I know these guys well enough to know that these guys usually run with this formation. Other times they do run with different members, but still this is the main formation that the ETF deploys when they want to be 100% sure that they want to win.
Oh yeah, these guys are very proficient in their aircraft, and honestly, they're probably the only ones proficient in the JF in the competition. I mean, Breeze is probably the king of the JF. It's probably because he's Pakistani and he just loves it. But, yeah, I hope he enjoys having his. Actually, I'm not sure if it's actually true, but I've read somewhere that the SD-10 we have in DCS is a more advanced version than the Pakistani Air Force actually uses. So, in theory, they shouldn't have these missiles that they have right now.
Well, remember that J-17 is not only from Pakistan, it's also all from China. Therefore,
Oh yeah.
maybe that's we have the version from China. Maybe you guys on chat know better than ourselves and can illuminate of minds here and teach us a thing or two for sure.
Yeah, I'm very sure that it's the Pakistani one because JF-17 actually has an HMD, but the developer, I'm not sure what's their name again, they said they have the HMD ready, but the Pakistani Air Force doesn't use it, therefore they're not gonna add it into the game.
Oh, that I didn't know. That's interesting. So of course, guys, while we are going to be choosing cameras to 50-thread PBO, so we can check them rolling and also presenting them while they are just on taxi, getting ready for taking off. As we can see, also ETFs are also ready, and we'll be checking teams. So we will be checking deliveries and whatnot later on from both teams. But still, from 51st PBO 1+100 KIAP, who we have in my computers allows it to open. You can see my computer the syncs once I get the freaking the points the list of points. Oh my freaking gosh, my computer is going to be suffering today. So we have Black Pixel plus Breakshot on SU-33 together with Rich and Frosty in SU-33, and also we have Coxie and Jack in SU-27. So as you well said, these guys have changed the usual airframe just for this match. And as I do recall, this is an old conversation I had with my guys on this UW long time ago. I do think, and if I recall correctly, a 51st PBO only gets the SU-33 into the fight if they have a tough contender.
I'm not very sure on that. I think the reason is the different kinematics, right? Because the SU-33, like we said, has the afterburner for, or emergency afterburner for the carrier ops. Therefore, once you get up high, which KIAP really likes to do, they get better first pass kinematics, right? And trust me, you really don't want to get hit by, well, actually above Mach 5 missiles. It's really not fun. And keep in mind, the ERs and probably Rs, I'm not very sure, maybe they fixed it, or I'm stupid and it's a different missile, they're really bad down low. The missile is super heavy. So up high, really great, gets above Mach 5, it's gonna hit you before you even know it, but down low, yeah, you're lucky if it even gets close to the guy.
Well, that's a thing I know myself for sure, so that's anything to learn.
Oh yeah, I've learned a lot of lessons playing versus KIAP.
Yeah, they are very tough guys, and of course, if you've never trained against these guys, you should. By the way, can you check with the teams if they are both ready, so we can start?
Yep, ETF is ready. KIAP waiting for confirmation. I'm gonna wait for them to type it.
Okay.
But they're lined up on the runway, so should be ready in a second.
Yeah, it should be ready in just a few moments. So of course,
Okay,
oh, yours.
And what we're gonna go and see is probably KIAP gonna take off and not enter the bubble straight away. What they usually do is climb on the side of the bubble, get their altitude, and then ingress into the bubble, try to get their speed. And we're probably gonna see a 4-ship and a 2-ship ingressing into the battlefield. Then they're gonna break off into a Hydra formation, forming a wall, and they're just gonna push the ETF guys. These rounds are probably gonna be very different from yesterday's rounds, because yesterday we saw a prime example of how Fox-free combat looks like. Basically, you shoot, you defend, and that's gonna happen for the next 20 minutes. I'm telling you, this match is gonna be hot just because flankers, as you know, do not have Fox trees. So we're gonna see these rounds end very, very fast.
So now, of course, that's why you have to get a good co-host with you guys, because that's the kind of information I cannot provide to you guys. I don't know shit, I have to say, regarding SU-33 or whatnot. Of course, what we know, as you will said,
Take off from my teaching.
okay, yes, they are almost ready. No, I was just checking the comms because it seems that they are ready almost.
ETF still ready? KIAP, no response.
Can you check? Can you write on chat to confirm with the guys that they are ready from KIAP? If you don't mind.
Yep, we're working on it.
Trying to push a bit harder. Of course, guys, you know this is going to be a 5-rounder. While you guys said that this is going to be a 4-rounder, I think it's going to be a 5-rounder myself. But these two teams are very tough, and they know what they have to do and whatnot. So, of course, guys, get your beer ready, get your popcorn ready, because this is going to be a long.
Get the popcorn, get the beer, get everything. This is gonna be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as we well said, this is going to be freaking finals, possibly.
Oh, hell yeah.
But still, I want to see how Chinese Festival performs, you know?
Anyway, speaking of KIAP strats, let's leak ETF strats. What we're gonna probably see, I've watched their formation, and as you can see, the 2 aircraft in the rear actually have jammers on their bellies, but the 4 guys in front do not. What ETF likes to do, I can probably guarantee you they're gonna take off in a 2-ship, 3 2-ships, and they're gonna ingress into the battlefield. The jammer guys are probably gonna be behind, somewhat screening, which way they cannot screen, my bad. I'm not sure about this. The JF-17 has only a self-protection mode. It doesn't have the screening like the F-16 or the F-15 or F-18, right? So you can only self-protection jammer. What this is gonna do is it's gonna help you break the lock on the Fox 1s. It only works when you get spiked, right? So, like I said, what we're gonna see is these 2 guys with the jammers behind, kind of supporting role. Okay, I'm gonna pause this because we're about to start the round.
Perfect, so both teams are ready?
3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Okay,
round 1 is Legends.
Go.
So we are going to be seeing the team rolling. As you will mention, we have the 2 17s from ETF rolling on the right of the screen. The other 2 also rolling, so you will set the 4 ships on front are rolling out. The 2 front ships from the 51st are rolling out too. Therefore, I think we are going to be right. I think we are going to be seeing a 2 and 4 flag formation for 51st PBO, and of course for ETF. But what are you going to be expecting for 51st? Do you have any idea? Sorry, for ETF. Do you have any idea regarding the formations and such?
Oh hell yeah! Like I said, we're gonna have the 2 guys behind with the jammers,
sorry,
and
you
then we're
mentioned
gonna
that.
have left and right parts of the formations, right? Which are gonna be the lead elements. What ETF usually does, I'm not sure if they're gonna do it this time, is they have a really big separation on first pass, about, I don't know, 30 to 40 miles, and they defend into each other. No first pass shots, they just try to, you know, get rid of those first pass shots by notching them, which I don't think is a good idea against KIAP myself, but we're gonna see. And why do I think that? I think that because KIAP is an aggressive squadron. They literally love the wall formation. The Hydra formation is basically forming a wall formation so they can just sprint on you with the aggression and crumble you with the aggression. That's what happened to my team. We just crumbled under the pressure because we usually train 4v4, right? But once you get 6 flankers behind you, yeah, it's really, really tough to deal with them. But yeah, we're gonna probably see that, and I'm not sure the defending is gonna help them, really, because KIAP's gonna take every single opportunity to push them. And as you can see, they're already breaking off into the 2 ships, and I kind of lied with the rear aspects. They're kind of forming a 3-ship with, what's this? About a 5-mile separation.
Yeah, so let me get them on camera so we can recheck the loadout that they are carrying, okay? Of course, doing a shout out to all the pilots and checking a bit of the skins. Give me a sec, my computer is checking. My computer is not liking that much Syria, I'm afraid to say. But still, now we have on camera Electro Bull leading their left flank for the ETF. Fighting this with ETF, of course, as you will mention, with no ECM pod. And together with him, we have DC being one of the female players of this tournament, one of the few female players of this tournament, we have to say. Of course, that's the two aircraft formation on the front, and you will said we have Cookie on the background. Let me get him on camera. If my computer survives.
Yeah, Cookie is ingressing in no power, it seems, and the two front aspects, I imagine, going in burner. Of course they are. And actually, let's move to the other side of the map for the flankers. Check the 33s. They only have 3 ETs, and they don't use 4 ETs, and they only use up 4 pylons.
Wait,
the 6
because I cannot go that fast. I cannot go that fast with the camera work and my computer checking.
Okay, I'll wait.
Give me a sec. Ah, freaking gosh. So of course we have seen. Let me finish with ETF first, because I do like doing a road up of all the guys, and then we can go with the guys over 51st, and because we are going to be seeing a nice formation from the side. So now we have ETF right now, all the team. As you will said, they are spreading out. They are now going for a turn towards the bullseye. Now we have on camera Riker leading the formation from the right flank for ETF, being followed closely by Breeze. And of course, closing the right formation for ETF, we have Aspen. Let me see if I can get him on camera. Aspen on camera, as well as you well said, he is using the ECM pod. So this is a different standard that we are used to see from ETF. If I recall correctly, they have not used any kind of ECM pod up to this moment.
Yeah, I think the only squadron extensively using the ECM was honestly us and KIAP, because I don't think the other squadrons really do realize the potential of the jammer. We kind of used it to our advantage, and honestly, it worked out pretty well for us. But A versus KIAP, nothing's eternal, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, let's go back. Are you finished with ETS?
Yes, we are now on camera with 51st.
Okay, and like I said, with actually, well, let's see. Yeah.
We are riding with Jack and Coxie on the left flank right now.
As you can see, the flankers on the side, the 33s, do not have 4 ETs or ERs. My bad, the radar guided ones. They only rock 3.
Wait, let me put them on camera because I thought we were going to talking with the other guys.
Yeah, Black Pixel and
wait one.
Frosty.
Wait one. Okay, now we have on camera these guys.
Yeah, as you can see, Black Pixel and the other guy on the right side of the formation. Who is that?
We have from right to left. We have Frosty on the right outmost and leading the formation. We have Blackshot. To his left, we have Rich, and to the left, outmost left, we have Black Pixel. Of course, they are going over Mach 1, that's why we don't have any kind of sound, because they are going freaking fast. As they usually do, they just go up in the air, build airspeed, build energy, and therefore, and afterwards, they go down as fast as possible, sending missiles left and right, trying to push hard into the enemy lines.
Yeah, and like I said, KIAP are doing their normal climb profile, not having straightforward bubble, but taking their time, going sideways, and they're probably gonna go above Mach 1.5 in the first pass.
Yeah.
I can already feel it. That's a classic.
That's a classic for sure for them. And of course, they have to finalize the calling out of the guys. We have on the other flank of the 51st, we have the two SU-27 being managed by Jack and Coxie, who are also carrying the ECM pods, together with the array of missiles that maybe you can illuminate us, because I don't know my Russian missiles for sure.
As you can see, Coxie has again the 3 missiles, not packing the middle one. And as you can probably notice as well, the SU-33 actually has 2 more wing pylons. The 33 flight hasn't utilized those. That's probably because they're trying to get as good kinematics as they can. Because I think KIAP's doctrine, or how to say it, is they're just gonna roll you over, and I don't think they're gonna need those missiles. They're just gonna try to roll you over, and if they run out of missiles, well, sucks. But they're gonna run out of fuel first before the weapons, that's my guess.
No, I don't think so. These guys know how to use the Russian airplanes, and it's going to be interesting. By the way, we have on comms, as you can see. By the way, guys, at home, in case you didn't know, these fights now they don't have any kind of AWACS, they don't have any data whatsoever. They had to rely on voice comms, and what we have on the background right now is the the human GCI for 51st calling in the guys and checking what's happening down there, informing the rest of the team of what's going on, so they can get ready and prepare for this fight.
We can see the 33 flight turn again, and dumping their nose a little down to, I assume, gain speed. We'll see how fast they can get.
Bison flight 290 for 140 Angels.
Yeah, 33 flight entering the bubble. ETF already well inside the bubble, actually nearly on top of the bullseye. They're, what is this? 40 miles out. Actually, no, just 25 miles outside bullseye. Meanwhile, KIAP just entered the bubble. So, the fights should be happening about the Gaziantep airfield. And from what it seems above here, no hills, no mountains, just desert or forests. Not quite familiar with the Syria map, but it's gonna be a flat terrain for sure.
Well, I do know, I have flown over Syria quite a lot, and also this area, and we can see in Lotec view right now that this area is very flat. Therefore, this is not really that mountain region that you can use yourself to put yourself out of cover. You will have to rely solely on your ability to notch and defend the missiles coming left and right. Of course, now we see that 51st KIAP are starting to open up the formation, dividing the two Su-33 into two ship groups. You can see right down on camera. The two Su-27s going towards the northern area. And seeing that so far, ETF had decided to keep on pushing with the two guys on front and the two guys on the back. Sorry, the two guys on front and one guy at the back for both sides.
Ooh, we can see the KIAP actually doing 900. Oh, that's very fast on the 33 side. We're about to see some missile launches because these guys are 40 miles out. That's pretty much the shooter range for KIAP, and yeah, we basically see the formation that I said we're gonna see. Nothing extra here. We can see the Su-27s flanking as well, and I'm expecting Fox 1s flying out anytime soon.
For 100 Angels 11 and holding.
TF also not doing the preemptive notch, it seems. Oh yeah, there is ER from Frosty out on the left group, aka Reese and Riker.
Marlin, your flight
seems like they're defending left side.
That's correct. ETF is going all for the notch. All the members of ETF are going for the notch, except Cookie and Aspen, who are going for the crank just of now. You also have more missiles from Coxie, as you will mention. So it seems that 51st are trying to go hard into the enemy team, but still, ETF, and they do have the range advantage using the SD-10s. And let's see how they do perform, because this is going to be interesting for sure.
And remember, guys, KIAP only has Fox 1s, therefore ETF guys are gonna get an instant missile launch warning once they get launched upon. The KIAP guys don't have this luxury because the SD-10 is a Fox 3. And we don't see any flying yet. Oh, first SD-10 of the match.
Yes, of course, so far, Breeze has sent down range the first SD-10. Remember, guys, these fights, they can only carry 4 Fox 3 missiles, that's all. Therefore, okay, we have 2 SD-10, by the way, going out. What Frosty, let me try to get Frosty.
Missiles are very scary. These missiles are very scary.
Yeah, we have missile coming from
Frosty's
Frosty.
in pretty big trouble.
Camera on Frosty, has he defending?
Yeah, Frosty's gone.
It's gone. First
Ooh, that's what I was... Yeah, that's what I was saying. The SD-10's really not the AMRAAMs. Really.
Wait, but
hard.
we have 2 casualties, guys. We have 2 casualties, or 3. 2 or 3. I'm missing 3 guys. No, I'm missing 2
Frosty
guys.
got blown sky high by a 1,500 knots SD-10, which I was again worried about. That was literally the only reason KIAP are gonna lose is to this missile. But on the right side, we can still see Coxie and Jack fighting. If I was Electroball and Dizzy, I would just play for time, let my guys on the bottom side of the map create out break shot, and then we can do something. But Coxie is actually defending a missile. Ooh, yeah,
And
he got
kill.
blown sky high.
Oh, this one is going too fast than I expected. Way faster than I expected. Jack is on the north, isolated himself. Electrobull and DC are pushing hard into Jack, who is alone against all the rest of the team in the northern area.
Break shot seems to be getting intercepted by Cookie. Let's see how Cookie is high. Yeah, Cookie's at 24,000 feet with his 3 missiles. Chasing down break shot, he is tailing him. About 9 miles behind him. And Jack's got SD10 coming his way. I don't think you're surviving that one, buddy. Boom, yeah, he got a date with that one, didn't go so well. And there goes break shot. 1v6.
That's what
I'm not doubting break shot skill, but this is a very hard round to win.
No, this is not looking good for sure for him. Cookie coming with the SD10 toward him. Break shot trying to defend. Going vertically, going down, and takes the casualty. Oh my freaking gosh. This one was freaking fast.
Yeah, like I said, these rounds were gonna be hyper fast because KIAP basically cannot afford to go full on defensive like you can do in the Fox 3 aircraft. Because, you know, you have to support those Fox ones until they either hit the target or miss it.
Yeah. So that's the limitation, of course, of that kind of airframe. And that's, but of course, these guys, 51st VVO and 100 KIAP, are one of the best team that use this platform. So I do think we are going to see something different happening in the next round. So, by the way, Marak, can you check with the teams on chat if they are agreeing to not go RTB, so we can skip that part and go directly to round 2?
Working on it. Rich has said no RTB.
Perfect.
I don't think is that the order.
So no RTB then means that we can go for round 2.
Yep. Yeah,
okay.
I think you can go ahead and restart the server.
Okay. Give me a sec. I'm going to be restarting the server. Tell them I'm going to be restarting the server, okay?
Start coming. Yep. Server restart, go ahead.
So guys, I've mentioned, I mentioned we are going to be restarting the server. That means that we are going to round 2. Of course, this first round has gone very, very, very fast. So guys, of course, we did what this is called a prediction on chat, and the winner was Eclipse Stats 4, this round 1. So congratulations for the winners. And of course, now we are going to be going for a brief pause while we get the cameras and everyone ready for round 2. So guys, stay tuned and see you in a few more minutes.
I'm gonna go take a leak, be right back.
We were still live, by the way. See you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, we are back. Of course, we are restarting our own DCS because Syria is so freaking big on memory that my own computer did crash the 2 DCS instances that I'm running for covering all the cameras. And from, I was going to say Marak, but I'm going to call you Emra for the rest of the day, my friend, regardless.
I came prepared for this one. Yeah. It's fine. I can survive it.
Are you sure? Are you sure you can survive? You can survive. You
I'm
can
not.
survive this.
I'm very not. I'm gonna be a
Are you going to be sore for the rest of the match because I
tiny
told you?
angry furball. Yes, yes.
So of course, guys, we have the teams already ready on the on the aircrafts. Still, my computer is chugging a bit because I'm pushing it a bit harder than I should. Still, nothing to be worried about, regardless. So of course, while we get the teams ready, please can you give us Mrak overview what has happened in this round 1 while I get the things ready?
Oh yeah, of course. So first round, we got it was honestly not what I expected, but it at the same time was expected. I know that sounds weird, but I'll collaborate on it later. The fight started as it usually does for both sides, aka 3-ship ingresses with front heavy 2-ship for ETF, which has a support from behind from a guy with the jammer. Straight for the bullseye. They're basically on top of bullseye before KIAP even enters bubble. Why is that? KIAP, after takeoff, likes to take a detour to gain altitude, speed, and they just zoom inside the AO with a ton of speed. And the main problem became at about 35 miles. You have to remember, the SD-10 is a beast at altitude. Not quite as the Phoenix, but we don't have any Tomcats here, so it doesn't really matter. SD-10 is beastly at these altitudes, and ETF just proved that because those missiles were hitting well above 1,000 knots, which is just insane. The missiles had a ton of energy. There was no chance KIAP guys could defend that. And yeah, it was handily won by ETF. From what I was seeing, they still had plenty of SD-10s left, so we'll see if KIAP can come back from that one.
Yeah, interestingly, on chat I've heard that I think it was Darth Thorian was mentioning that someone, well, AlphaGator wants me to drink something. I'll do so in a bit. I need to get my beer ready. I did not get my beer ready for tonight. That's not correct from my side. I'll get that ready in a sec. But regardless, Darth Thorian was mentioning on chat that some other host, I don't know who, maybe it was even myself, thought that the missiles sent by the KIAP guys were not easy to defend. Now we are seeing that ETF know how to defend against these missiles, and I'm curious to know what your thoughts, Brack, about how 51st should deal with the SD-10s, because so far we've seen that they are having troubles getting rid of those pesky missiles coming hot into their tails.
Okay, the question actually was, ETF cannot defend KIAP's missiles, which you need to have 2 things for KIAP missiles. You need to have a finger, so that finger can press flares, and you need to have a skill, which is called notching. Notching is super effective against Fox 1 aircraft, and why is that? Because once you break the lock once, the missile's basically gone, and you just don't have to worry about that. Why you cannot go defensive, in my opinion, if you don't have OPS SD-10s, is that once you go defensive, there's gonna be 3 more flankers on your ass, and that's the main problem.
Yeah, but of course in this case we saw, of course we cannot get the tab view ready for you guys for round 1 because we did restart the servers. I'll talk with Mrak. Later on we will not be restarting servers, we'll just tell the teams to switch sides, therefore we will be able to have the tab view image on front. No, we will not be seeing each other on camera, but still we will be getting tab view on camera, which is going to be way more useful to analyze what has happened for next rounds, okay guys? So bear with me in that regard. But still, of course, you have also right now on chat, I think it's going to be more or less around this area. You're going to be having, once again, one more guess, one more poll, one more prediction, sorry, to see who you think is going to be winning round 2. Because, guys, remember, this is still not finished. 51st PPO Tell me, sorry.
Round 2? Round 2 is gonna be either very interesting or basically the same, in my opinion. Either KIAP is gonna do the exact same thing, which I genuinely don't think is gonna work for them very well, and it's probably gonna end in the same fashion, or they're gonna end up doing something very, very, very different, which is gonna either end up being a good fight or just winning straight up the round. But I don't think they can continue doing the same stuff they have been doing, because the SD10 at high altitude really isn't a good idea to fly like they do against.
Yeah, but now what we are seeing is an equivalent compared to before the F14 update with the Phoenix. But we saw before that the Phoenix and the Tomcat, and therefore the Phoenix, outrange any other missile in any other altitude. And this is what we are seeing right now in a comparison. The SD10 and the F17 is outranging the capabilities of the Su-27 and Su-33, and therefore we are seeing this is going to be hard. And I'm very curious to know when we get 51st on camera and ready. I'm very interested to know how they're going to be overtaking the difference on reach, and of course that's going to be an interesting factor. I mean, I cannot even fathom on which way they can make it happen. I don't have any freaking idea. I don't know.
I don't know as well. Like, they're the flanker guys. I trust them, what they can do with those, but I think they need a lot of variabilities that aren't available to them. Meaning, I think terrain could help them tremendously, which isn't available. The mountains are just not here. And yeah, I genuinely don't know. With Fox 3, I think you could work something out, but with Fox 1s, yeah, I don't know. It's just if KIAP can survive the first pass and get some kills and turning it into a 6v4 or something like that, they're gonna steamroll ETF. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna steamroll them like they do with everyone else. But yeah, once you just kill one of KIAP guys and it's a 5v6 in your favor, then they just crumble down because they don't have the manpower to push you and really put you under pressure and keep sending those high altitude, good kinematics ETs at you, and ERs, of course.
So of course, guys, I do have to comply with a request from Alphagator to hydrate myself, and for that I'm going to get myself a beer while I get on you guys the on camera the ETF guys and the 31st guys. And of course I'm going to get the SRS comms ready. They are going to be complicated for sure. I had to get so many things ready between these rounds. It's impressive. Okay, has to go like here 119. They're connected. Let me see if I can get them fast enough. 151. It was 151. Is that correct? For SRS?
151.
151. Okay. So I have SRS ready. Yep. So give me a sec. I'm going to get myself a beer because I think we need it. And of course, guys, I'm going to leave you with Marak. Nah, Mrak for a sec while I get things ready on my side. Okay. So So give me a sec, guys, and while we wait, as mentioned, now you are going to be seen on camera. If I get them sorted out, come on my computer.
Can you give me the TAC view of the fight and just play it
on camera? Yes.
Yes, because I'm just gonna sit here without anything.
Let me see first if my computer is frozen. Oh no, it's alive. It's alive.
Fighting, and
my computer's alive.
I can work off of that.
Yes, you have them. You have the TAC view on camera, but of course not the previous one, the current one though. And nevertheless, it's going to be just 30 seconds. Come on, give me a sec.
I'm gonna need to TAC view. Anyway, how you doing, guys, today on this beautiful day? The daylight savings just hit today. Kind of fucked up my schedule, not gonna lie, but still a great day. Hit the gym, did some deadlifts. How about you guys? Tell me all about it. And I'm gonna see you in a minute. Oh, you're back already?
I
Jesus.
told you, 30 seconds top. It's not that complicated.
My guy's got a Yo, you got a nice HOTAS over there. Holy shit. That's like, is that Verpal or Wing Wing?
VKV. VKV MCU.
Oh, none. Okay.
So yeah,
I'm a poor student with my Thrustmaster 16000N, and I'm happy with it.
well, I've been rocking an X52 Pro for 14 years before I purchased this one.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So
That's a long time.
that's a long time. Okay, teams are ready, by the way.
Oh, already? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see then.
So please do the countdown for us. You don't mind?
3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Alright, fights on, boys.
Fights on. Round 2 is our events.
Oh yeah, we can see those engines pulling up.
And give me a sec if you don't mind. I'm going to be Alpha Gator. This is for you, my friend. Premium beer from Spain, Alhambra 1925. For you, my friend. Let's go. Okay, we have on camera them rolling. You see, once again we have ETF, all the ships, all of them are taking off at once, and therefore it seems that they're going to be running with a very similar situation compared to before. I don't think that ETF is going to change any tactic whatsoever, you know?
Yeah, I think ETF should just stick with what they've been doing, because it worked tremendously well. But as you can see on the KIAP side, we actually see most of the missile pylons full. We see 4 ERs on every single flanker that there is, if I'm correct. Nope, never mind. Black Pixel still doesn't have 1 ER, and Frosty is up there with them, like last round, but the Su-27s do have 4 missiles. Wonder what that decision behind that is. I guess to put them more defensive. I really don't know. But yeah, we'll see what they end up doing with those.
Yeah, but still, let me go guy from guy as before to check what everyone is loading, because I also want to check from ETF if they are going to be running with exactly the same loadout as before regarding the ECM pod, because that's going to be interesting for sure. So now on camera we have Electro Bull leading the formation from ETF, followed once again by DC. This time he's blocking the data link pod. Is that the data link pod?
Data link pod?
Oh, that's the ECM pod. I don't know my 17 well enough.
Okay. Let's see. Electro Bull, yeah, he has the jammer. Aspen has it as well. Breeze. Okay. Oh, Breeze has it as well. It seems like everyone on the ETS has the jammer. That's why I wanted to go
through this, because I think everyone has gone with the jammer.
So and as you can also see, no, never mind. That's they swapped sides. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah. So of course we are chugging. My computer is chugging, as you can see, but still we are riding with DC, who is also looking this jammer pod, and this is the last member from the left flank for ETF. It's Cookie also rocking the jammer pod, as you will mention. And from the other side,
honestly, I think this is gonna be the same as last round. Basically, I think we should check the fight from the last round in the TAC queue.
I cannot do that. I'm afraid.
You cannot? Oh yeah, because it's gonna. Oh yeah, right.
I cannot. I can do one or both, but one or two, but I cannot do both. I'm afraid to say. That's why for next round we will not be restarting the server, okay? So we can get them ready and we can play it out on live. Perfect. Now we are riding with Breeze, rocking also, as mentioned, the jammer pod, and Aspen, which is going to be the last airplane from this front. Let me get him on camera. Aspen, as mentioned, also rocking the jammer pod. So all the teams that you will mention are rolling with the jammer pod, which is something interesting. So I think they do trust the jammer pod way more than you expected.
Yeah, I think the jammer pod is really good against Fox 1 aircraft, because once again, it can break the lock, right? Like, you don't even probably have to notch or wait for the guy to break the lock. It can do the work for you sometimes, which is a nice thing to have. But versus KIAP, I would be more worried about the ETs that are coming your way, because you don't know that they're coming, which is the scariest part about them, right?
Yeah, but first they need to get on range, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But regardless, while we get the other camera ready, we are rolling right now on camera with the Su-33 that we are going to be seeing right now, information. So from right to left, and then I'll leave you to do the checking out of the weaponry, so we can check it out ourselves. We have from right to left, we have Black Pixel, Goxi, leading the formation we have Rich, and to the left we have Frosty. And of course, for the other side of the formation from the 51st, we have closely by, we can even see them on tag view already. Very, very close by. I think they're going to be rolling with a old ship freaking pushing hard, you know? At least that's my guess this time.
Yeah, I can see in the chat Breeze may have a smoke bot from AlphaGator. That is not the case. It's full ECM bots. The smoke bots, they kind of look like a missile, or how to say it, maybe a rocket, not even a missile. And actually, I'm pretty sure Dizzy likes to take those.
Yeah, Dizzy did brought before other times. She has brought the most smoke bot for the landings. That's something that is not new. That I know for sure.
Oh yeah.
Still, it seems to me that these guys are going all. I think and this is just my guess, okay? I think that 51st are going to be pushing hard, all of them at once, in one specific area.
I mean, honestly, we'll see what happens. I'm, like I said, not very sure what their plan is, but I think it's their best bet to just overpower the one side and try to get the, like I said, man advantage over there, right? But if they're trying to push hard versus SD10, they're gonna get taken down. Like that's just how it's probably gonna go. It's gonna be pretty hard for them.
And of course, guys,
everything's doable.
Yeah, everything's doable. Still, this is where the proficiency of these guys, the first PBO, is going to be shine for sure.
Yeah. Adjusting the tactics is one of the biggest things in DCS, in my opinion. Because as you can see from other matches everywhere, teams, even though they lose, they just keep doing the same stuff over and over again. Like, you already tried it, it's not gonna work, try something else. And I think the ability to adapt is the thing that DCS team lack and should have. Because if you're trying to win, then you cannot win with a strat that doesn't obviously work.
But it's not that simple sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it isn't, for sure.
I mean, of course, it's not only about tactics, it's also about correctly put. Yeah, it's part of tactics, but of course, it's also down to the individual level. Up to this point, and why I think 51st is going to be on trouble in this round 2-2 is because we've seen that they got overwhelmed by 2 SD10s. I think that in the individual level, 51st has not trained enough against SD10s, and therefore they are not prepared to face this kind of aircraft and this kind of weaponry. At least that's my guess.
I mean, I think you're correct, because from what I see, only ETF uses that ugly ass jet. But I mean, the SD10s, they do the work, so that's the main reason why they use them.
Come on, ugly ass SD10, come on, it's a beautiful airplane.
Yeah, that thing is ugly, man. It's the ugliest 4th gen jet that exists.
Guys, can I kick Marak out of the stream? Please say yes on chat, so I will so.
Hey, sorry for spinning the facts, guys.
This freaking guy. Well, get yourself a co-host who is going to be trash talking one of the airframes that we are going to see today.
I'm trash talking the looks of the airframes.
Yeah.
Also, I'm an F-16 fanboy, you know, and they're trying to copy my baby, so I'm not having that. I'm just not.
Well, that's true. That's I can say for sure that you are totally right, though. But
anyway,
still,
as we can see, KIAP have entered the bubble. Meanwhile, ETF are doing their same thing, and yeah, their top element, the northern element, is 20 miles separated from the southern element. So yeah, we'll see if KIAP actually utilizes onto that and hits the 3 side first before the 3 guys on the north can help. Really interested to see what tactics they come up with.
Yeah. But of course, guys on chat, by the way, of course, you know that I've gotten myself hydrated by one of the finest beers in Spain. It's not the finest, but come on. It's from Granada, my area, and therefore have to speak the best of the things about it, for sure. But still, I do want to know which kind of beer do you enjoy in your area, because maybe we can make this a part of us waiting to get the teams up close to know a bit more about beers.
You know, me myself, I'm from the Czech Republic, you know, and another fact, Czech Republic beer is apparently the best one there is. I wouldn't know, I hate beer, and yeah, everyone's gonna hate me now, but hey, I'm 17, guys, I cannot, okay? Like, chill. But yeah, Czech beer is very, very, very good, apparently, and I very, very, very dislike it.
Well, guys, now I can kick him out of the stream. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
now it's actually like I'm willing to take the kick though. Like now it's okay. Like go ahead, I deserve it.
Okay.
But not the JF17 looks. Come on, man, that thing is ugly.
Well, the chat is saying that you are right though. That for example, Alpha is saying that she's ugly, but she has the great personality.
She has a good personality. She bought tits, aka.
Oh wait! Look for ER from the get-go. We are seeing ERs coming out from just 30 miles out, so it.
Oh, we're already within the firing range. Okay.
Yes, but not only that, Artspen is also launching.
Yeah. It's coming.
Huh. Things are changing for sure. That's also that's what I want to hear.
50,000 feet, still 2,000 knots. Okay, good parameters. Looking good. Let's see if it actually gets there though.
Yeah, but the ER are better position compared to the SD10 right now, so maybe they'll have a chance this time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now we are riding with Riker on camera. He's just turning out hot. We have an ER coming his way. You can see here this ER seems to be coming his way. Still, these two ERs on the southern area seems to be not be tracking because Cookie is way too far away. But this ER might also looking towards Breeze, but more missiles coming down range. SD10 from Riker towards Technician, pretty sure. Okay, SD10 coming into Technician. Let me try to get on him on camera because he's going to be eating that one to the face if he doesn't manage to defend that one.
Technetium is in trouble. We'll see if the missile has legs. Oh, this is gonna be very close. 900 knots. He's defending it. Oh yeah, he's defended it. That's very close.
Nice one.
He's fine. Oh yeah. Gets to live and fight another day, and yeah, KIAP have successfully managed to survive the first pass.
Still not. Rich might be in trouble though. No, not Rich. Okay, it's Rufus who's going to be defending. No, so far so good. Still, missiles coming from 51st. There are many missiles, but still many of them had gotten no track whatsoever because they had to break lock to defend. We have also in the northern area, we have more missiles coming in. Now we are riding with Frosty, he's going to be defending. There's ET10 coming his way. Many ERs coming from 51st BBO line towards these guys. Still,
yeah, now is the best time to sneak the ETs in to get some picks because as you know, it doesn't get any launch warnings. Yes, oh yeah, this SD10 on the high, low to high. Yeah, not giving too many chances.
We have one casualty. First casualty from 51st on the southern area.
Oh, Frosty, he did. Oh no. Come on,
yeah,
Frosty.
Frosty, how managed to defend that one?
Frosty lives to fight another second day of his life because he SD10 just missed him by 50 feet, acting like the AMRAM. Ooh, this is getting spicy.
Okay, but let's wait.
We can see Technetium on the south side.
Brace is
working against two guys, breaking off. He's got an SD10 coming his way, but I think he's fine. We'll see.
Wait. We have a situation over the Breeze is alone against everyone, but like everyone. It's like his casualties to his left.
Oh, Coxie's a little high, but I love it. He's gonna hopefully.
Aspen might get killed. Aspen is defending. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, the missile detonated behind Aspen. That was very close. I'm surprised it didn't damage him whatsoever.
By the way, Technician is alone against DC, Electrable, and Cookie. Now we have Coxie getting on the 6 of Riker. Riker might take the kill here. Riker.
Oh, yeah, we got another splash on the north side. Oh, Riker's gonna take it down. Okay, we got a 2v4, winnable, I believe.
No, see, Tech, you have
Tech got taken down. Yeah, not for the third time, but.
Fred knock. So now we have Coxie. Coxie against the wall. They try to get Coxie on camera.
Coxie launches.
ER onto the face of Breeze. Breeze is going to be notching.
Ooh, and he gets splashed. Blown sky high in the mighty flanker.
Yeah, it's taken out of the equation. So round 2 is going to be going for ETF, I'm afraid so. This is going way faster. I mean, this round we've seen that these guys have really gotten better. 51st have really managed to get a different tactic deployed, but still we are seeing the limitation the Fox wants here. They have to hold on the target. Yeah, they have to hold on to the target while they are defending. So they cannot defend as hard as ETF does, and that's a problem for them.
Yeah, also Coxie in the end actually, you can restart the server by the way. Coxie actually managed to get another
respawn,
kill.
so I don't have to. That computer doesn't froze, please. Tell them you have to switch sides. You don't mind, please?
Yep, working on it.
Thank you. And now, by the way, we can also use this time to get the tab view, because now we have tab view, and we can check everything went on within this round. And guys, just for you to know, while we get ready, check the time, okay? So 23:22. That's the first missile coming out, and the end of the fight was.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch this. Let's see. Okay.
It was 4 minutes fight. Yes, a
4 minute fight. That's what I said. It's gonna be quick, no Fox 3 bullshit. That's gonna end up lasting 15 minutes, and gonna be a fuel game. These rounds are very, very interesting and fast.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's what you want to see.
Can you check with the guys if they are willing to just skip the landing?
Rich confirmed that it's fine.
Can you tell them to not restart
Cookie wants to reset, and I'm pretty sure.
Can you tell them just to respawn if possible? If not, we'll restart. But not, we are going to be taking way more time to start round 3 on site. Just ask them, you don't mind, please.
If you insist, we have. Start. I think according to rules we have to restart if they really want to.
Well, just ask, please, because then we can get.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's going to be better for you viewers. That's all. Because then we can have the tab view, we can analyze that. We don't have to do fancy shenanigans to get things worked out. But still, while we have rack ready, you can see the sheer amount of missiles sent down range by 100 KIAP and 51st. You can see that these freaking many missiles coming down. There were a ton of a heck of missiles, and still they did not manage to take down any member from ETF, as far as I recall. No member from ETF.
Okay, yeah, ETF site insists on restarting the server, so we're gonna have to restart.
So then please tell them that. Oh, sorry, not this. This is not for you though. So tell them that we are going to be restarting then.
Yep. Restart coming.
Let me try to at least get out of the server so my computer doesn't crash once again. Of course, the Syria map pushed harder into the RAM of the computers, and therefore it's a bit more complicated for me that I'm running 2 DCS instance plus tab view plus OBS plus everything. So yeah, give me a sec to get out of the servers, and I'm going to be restarting. But still, things went south very fast. A southern side for 51st came down very fast, way faster than I would have expected though.
Didn't they have the northern flight heavier, aka they had 4 aircraft on top and 2 on the southern side? Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
I'm not 100% sure though.
If you could rewind on the start of the flight.
Yes, we can. So we had 4 on the north, 2 on the south.
Yep,
you are totally right.
Yep, so that's probably right. Why? And yeah, Rufy's tough day with that SD10 coming his way. It's the 2 SD10s actually, so he would die either way. There's just nothing he can do there, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, Tech is just left there alone, unfortunately. Honestly, Tech, he did a really good job defending those missiles and buying more time for the northern flank, because from that 4-minute fight, I'm pretty sure he bought like 2 to 3 minutes just having 2 guys or 3 behind him. So really good, really good work from him, and plus the little luck on his side. But I mean, obviously it's all skill. There's no luck in this competition, obviously. Managed to defend that SD10 by like 100 feet. Just perfect flying from him.
Yeah. So guys, while we get my computer ready, because Well, yeah, guys, I have to wait for a bit to get everything on camera and ready for you guys because I have to restart the freaking DCSs, both of them. First and foremost, the prediction for you guys was that 26% of you thought that 51st PPO was going to win round 2, and 74% of the votes went to ETF. Therefore, we know that this round 2 was won by ETF, and therefore, there you go with your channel points victory for you guys. So give us a sec to get everything sorted out on the side, and we'll get back to you in just a few moments, okay guys? Of course, Moose Operator Kijel, thank you my friend for a subscription with Prime subscription, mostly appreciated. And this is up to you my friend. And guys, see you back in just a few moments, stay tuned. I was talking to myself. Perfect. So I've learned to unmute my microphone. Sorry, guys. So of course, while we wait for Marak, but he will not get. He will. Please don't tell Marak. I have to call him Marak. Okay? He should get to know that after the stream. So that's
yeah,
our
I
secret.
already realized that.
Freaking gosh! You should not be here. Oh my
in the
gosh!
act, Jesus,
in the act.
cheating on me already.
Yes. Gosh. Still, guys, I wanted to use this opportunity. Because while we get to wait for my computer to turn up into DCS and get into the spectator slots, because as mentioned, Zira map is very heavy on the computer, and also when you're running 2 of them. So yeah.
Oh, my game crashed as well. Well.
Yeah, of course. That's usually just for you to know, guys. This is one of the problems with DCS because it's a bit old, just a teeny bit old simulator. If you change missions, okay, the old mission is still on your memory or the RAM memory of your computer. Therefore, the best option is either to close and restart the entire DCS so the memory gets empty and clean, and then you can start from scratch, or just don't do anything and don't change the mission. So of course, I have to go with the route of closing the DCS because it's even crashing my do DCSs because of the how half of a performance of a computer needs for Syria when you're running 2 DCS instances at once. But regardless, we know that this map is the most beautiful one. But come on, guys, of course, and Marak, Marak, that was correctly pronounced. I also want your input on that because do you think is Syria the best map regarding the loots that we have so far in DCS?
Okay, so I haven't flown much on Syria because I'm a poor student and I do not own it. I have spent about, how much? Like 15 minutes on it so far, flying myself around. I really love the areas that are like foresty-ish, that have a lot of trees. I don't like the deserts because they're boring, right? And I have Persian Gulf, so that's one big, that's just sea and a desert, and that's about it. I really like Caucasus. I really like the hills. I really like the trees. I know the map isn't like, you know, high fidelity as Syria or Persian Gulf. Actually, just Syria. Persian Gulf is like meh. But yeah, I really love the trees on the Caucasus, and it's just the most interesting map for me. And it's the first one that I've ever played, right? So kind of biased there, but.
Well, guys, I want you guys to help me get this guy a freaking Syria map, because I think he needs to know what a beautiful map Syria is. And this poor this poor student doesn't have enough money to purchase a map. So please, guys, if you are so wish to fulfill to purchase guys a map, I think he will get to know how beautiful a Syria map is. And of course, guys, if you don't have it, remember that you can, as Marak has done for today, you can just get the free trial that DCS have of 2 weeks, not 2 more weeks, 2 weeks, specifically 2 weeks. It's for testing different modules, and in that is also part, and Syria map and all the other sources are also part of that, except yet the Apache, who we have to wait 3 more weeks to get permit to be able to use that on free trial.
Yeah, we have some very angry Rio in the chat. Well, like, come on, man, go play Tetris in the backseat. Like, what are you even saying, man?
These guys,
yeah,
for sure.
That's my squad way Prez. Yeah, he loves the F15.
Oh, that's right.
And
oh, by the way, you did. Oh,
yeah.
You Alamo guys did surprise me heavily with the performance with the F15s. You really did outshine there.
Oh yeah, I got surprised as well, honestly.
You got surprised by your performance? Come on.
No, not by mine, by the F15s. I mean, obvious. You remember when I got the 7 kills in the match? I mean, that was a banger.
Right. Yeah. Well,
It's
that's what you get.
Dude, I'm poor. I don't have money, even though it's on sale. I'm saving money for the Eurofighter. I'm a Eurofighter fanboy. I know it's gonna come out in like 2 years minimum, but I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out.
Well, please get some money before that, you know. I mean, at least to eat and drink something, you know. Go out, have some fun with the friends. At least for something, freaking gosh. It's going to be like 3 more years, 4 more years, who knows? Who knows?
Oh, I hope it's gonna, like, I wonder if like, best case scenario, it comes out tomorrow. I'm just gonna be super happy, and I'm gonna kill everyone with meteors. It's gonna be great.
It is not, and you know that already. We'll have to wait 2 more weeks. TM. To be sure that we get our hands on our beautiful Eurofighter. And of course, also as Spaniards like myself in our country, we do use the Eurofighter, and that's one of the airframes that we all want to have fun with ourselves.
Yeah, your country at least owns their jets. I'm from the Czech Republic, you know, we just borrow the jets, or how do you say it? We have like 8 weapons, and that's literally it. We don't even own them.
Really?
Yeah.
That I didn't know myself. That's surprising. Still, as you can see, guys, just for your knowledge, ETF is on runway. I'm just getting my DCS trying to work out so we can get both teams on camera. And of course, this time... Go ahead.
Mine has finally loaded, so I can actually join the server.
Perfect. Of course, I'll use this opportunity to do... Sorry, blank mind. To go back and present the teams, because so far we haven't talked about any of the teams. We just assume that you know them. But of course, this might not be true.
I know a lot of the guys.
Yeah, I mean, on chat for sure, but not all the guys on chat know who is flying and why we are on semifinals and why we are so pumped up for this fight. So let me get them on camera for you guys. I know that you want to see me, but still, you will get to see the airframes. And let me get my notes out, because I'm going to talk about a bit about ETF, Eclipse Task Force. ETF are a bunch of guys who are an international squadron. They are, in fact, they have people from USA, Europe, and I don't even know where more.
Okay, from what I know, Riker told me today they have 4 members from the US, and 2 of them are from Texas. Guys, I swear to God, 50% or more of the DCS US community is from Texas. I just don't know how it's possible. It's just how it is. Even fucking Prez is from Texas.
That I didn't know myself.
Yeah, and also, fun fact, there's a monument called the Alamo in the Texas, so it's the squadron is kinda named after that, but that's a fun fact.
I didn't know.
And then we have, obviously, Breeze from Pakistan, the JF-17 fanboy, and last but not least, who am I forgetting? I think, no, Cookie's Texas.
Yeah, I think it was Cookie. Cookie? No, it was other member. But still, Riker is from UK, but he's living in Spain.
Yeah, Riker's UK, but he's not playing.
And still, some more information about these guys. This guy did start the team in February 2020, so they are just a 2-year-old team. This is quite new. And these guys have a lot of PvP experience. They've been fighting left and right. They participated in SATAC 2020, 2021, TAC 21, TAC 21-2, which they did participate together with D3W, and JTAC 2 against 2. And of course, we can see that they are on semi-finals on this tournament, SATAC 2021. Of course.
Do you know how ETF got formed?
No, not at all. Please illuminate myself.
I'm not sure if, like, I remember I was talking to them, and I don't, sorry if I don't remember correctly, but I'm pretty sure, like, Breeze signed up for the tournament, and he didn't know he needs a team, so he literally went into GS and pressed scoreboard and just picked up the best guys that were there. They formed a team and just played Tatel, and that's the story.
That's something we need to ask them, for sure.
Yeah, I wondered if that's actually true. Or if I remember it correctly. And just, I mean, KIAP, they're just established.
Yeah.
These guys have probably been longer than the game.
Well, not that much, but still, they do have quite a bit of history. The 31st Bison's PVO started in 2007, and they were dedicated local pilots. But they decided that they wanted to shape a Red Force squadron, that there was no other one up there, with new ideas, unique culture, and a competitive approach, and established a worldwide recognition. In 2007, they officially inaugurated the 51st PVO Regiment to honor a real Soviet historical squadron that they did fly the SU-27 and MiG-29 fighter out of Krim's Air Force Base. One of the oldest squads in this year, with over a decade of complete domination in competition and community events that might get ended today. So that's going to be an interesting fact if we see ETF winning against these guys. So of course, the other side, 100 KIAP, that did merge with 51st later on. They were formed in 2019. Sorry, they were formed, I don't know when, sorry, I don't have that information. But they did merge with 51st on 2019. And thus, since then, they've been flying together. So these guys do have quite a lot of experience between themselves.
Yo, in chat, apparently Cookie is from Brazil, but lives in the US. And another mention, can you put up the poll for the site, or where's the pickup round for the,
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Give me a sec. Start provision, round 3. So guys, now you have the poll to guess who is going to be winning of this round 3. And I have a question on chat. I'm going to be doing a summary of what's the rule set for this, okay? So first and foremost, this is a best of 5 scenario. Therefore, one team has to win 3 rounds. Right now, ETF is the closest one. And therefore, if they manage to outperform 51st, that these guys have shown in round 2 that they know how to change tactics and adapt to situations, they will be able to advance to the finals, and therefore they have guaranteed at least a second place. 51st, if they manage to outrun the situation and win round 3, they still have to win 2 more extra rounds, making this a 5-rounder to be able to win this fight. So things are not looking good for sure for 51st. And of course, as Alpha Gator in chat has mentioned, 51st needs to be more defensive at first and drain ETF of their SD10s, and then come in later. But of course, they cannot charge like this again. But that's his opinion. But I do disagree a bit. I do think that this aircraft needs the high speed, high velocity that they cannot maintain while they are defending. Still, what we've seen that they can work very well is that if they get close by and they get up personal into ETF lines, they will be in a very nice position to really make their aircraft shine.
Oh yeah, as you can see on the runway, Frosty is packing because he loaded up all the pylons he has. As we can see, he has 6 missiles in total. That's just, he hasn't done this before. The 2 pylons on the wings have been empty until this point, but I mean, yeah, he's ready to use all of them. Let's see how that impacts his kinematics. Also, from what I see, we see more ETs total from the KIAP guys. From before we see only just one and one extra radar guided, but now we just see more ETs total.
Okay, so that showcased to me that I think we are going to be seeing like round 2, where 51st go guns in close by, sending missiles left and right to put ETF into defensive to try to get close. I think we are going to be seeing something like that, but even more aggressive. At least that's my guess.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping KIAP is just gonna pummel ETF with the missiles and just keep up the aggression even more than they did before. But yeah, once again, the SD10s, that's the main... We have a saying in Czech, but it doesn't make sense when you translate it.
Right, try ourselves. Let us try. That's for the fancies.
That is the Rock of Hurt, I guess, could say.
Meaning what?
Basically what it means is that's the thing that is the problem.
Oh, okay.
That's
I know
what it means.
That is the root of the problem. That's how you translate that to Spanish. Sorry, to English, my friend. My bad.
Oh yeah. That's that. Yeah, we're probably gonna be ready anytime soon. Yep, ETF is ready, and KIAP is gonna be ready anytime soon.
Yep, they are lining up and almost ready. So guys, you in the poll are betting that ETF is going to be winning this round 3, and therefore you do think that they are going to be advancing to the finals. So far I see 2,200 channel points against 6,800 channel points. So, well, things are not looking good for 51st for what you can see on the poll. But still to remember, these guys over 51st are no pushover whatsoever. They know what they are doing.
We're both ready on the sides.
Okay, so let's go. Give
2,
me
1, and go. By Tom.
Round 3. It's alive, Jens.
Let's move up, and let's see it. I believe in KIAP that they can run it back, but it's gonna end up to the execution of the plan. I think ETF is gonna do the exact same thing that has been working until this point, and let's see what KIAP comes up with this time.
Yeah, but realistically, I mean, I'm just thinking of what AlphaGator mentioned, and we were discussing before and such. So I'm trying to think, how will I approach this situation, me being 51st, of what situation could I create so that 51st got the advantage? And the only thing I can think and find myself is having ETF on defensive, like not pointing the noses toward the 51st, because they are outrange. 51st is outrange, and once they get up close, they have the advantage regarding missile because they have the ET, which is a very scary one, and a missile that if you have not trained to defend against, it is very complicated to fight against. Right, so yeah, I think that these guys are going to be pushing hard with all the missiles of the world, you know, like sending a barrage of missiles.
Taxpayer money on them, and I hope to see it, because more missiles the better, obviously. As your squadron would know with the 10 AMRAAM Hornets, you know, more missiles the better.
Well, not always though. I mean, now with the change of the F-16, I think we are going to be seeing way more 16 overall, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, of course, this change regarding the flying model of the 16 is going to be changing the scope of the teams and the composition of the team for sure. I mean, for me that's a given. But I'm curious to see how it's going to be changed for all the teams though.
It's like, guys, come on, fix the AMRAAM. It's been almost 7 fucking months. I just want to have a missile bag that I can actually use.
I mean, it is usable and it's not so broken. I mean, yeah, it's different compared to before,
if you
but it's
look
not
back
so broken.
on September, I want my baby bag. I could actually kill people with that thing.
Well, now you still can, but you have to get closer.
Yeah, that's true, but then ETF picks JF17, then what do you do? You know, but that's a talk for another day, because in this competition... Oh, never mind, actually. What I meant to say is, in SATAC restricted, I'm pretty sure they're gonna ban M120Cs and the SD10, so we'll see how that goes, but this is a different tournament, and we'll see how this round goes this time around.
That's a completely different matter.
As you can see, the 4-ship of 33s and 27s took off very early, and 33s are just started to roll out from the runway. Just took off. Very interesting.
Yeah, they are going for a different approach this time for sure.
Oh yeah, love to see it.
As per usual, guys, let us go check who we have on each part of the flight and do a bit of roundup. So we have Frosty leading the formation with Koksik to his right, Technician to his left, and to the utmost left we have Rufus. And of course, as mentioned by you, we have the two more SU-33s which are being driven by...
You mean 27s?
No, we have two 33s on the back.
Oh yeah, the ones that just took off, my bad.
Yeah, that's correct. So we have taken off, we have two more 33s, which are, in this case, Rich and Black Pistol. And one thing, guys, remember this tournament, apart from being a best of 5, once you select an aircraft, you cannot change it. That means that all the teams have to run with the same aircraft selection for the entire tournament. For the entire fight. That means that we are going to be seeing the rest of the fights is going to be seeing exactly the same loadout of the same aircraft selection as we've seen so far.
And coming back to Black Pixel and Rich, as you can see, they're only having the original loadout, which being the 3 or actually 4 radar guided, and having the empty pylons on the wings of the 33s and 1 center pylon empty. Frosty, on the other hand, like I already said, is just packing all the missiles he can get, and also the guys that took off later are coming south. Meanwhile, the 4-ship is flying north. So we're probably gonna see some very, very wide pincers for the KIAP guys.
Yeah, this is a slightly different approach for sure. And that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, this is gonna be a major strat difference, and I'm really stoked to see this, how it turns out for them.
But of course, guys, let me use this opportunity to also do a checkup on the ETF formation. If my computer still survives. Yes, still alive. So on camera we have the crazy I was going to say Ukrainian, my freaking gosh, my crazy British friend Riker on camera being followed by Breeze to the right flank of ETF. Of course, they are being trailed once again by Aspen, and they are rocking once again all the ECM pods all the world. They are going with exactly the same loadout as they did last round. It seems that they are very comfortable, very happy with what they had before. Of course, we are going to be checking the left formation from ETF, which is going to be bombed by Electro Bull, who we are going to be having on camera just right now, followed by DC, of course, one of the few girls flying around in this tournament entirely.
And this time around, she doesn't have the smoke pod for the last round.
Really?
Yep. ECM all the way.
ECM all the way, baby. And of course, closing the lineup for ETF, we have the one and only Cookie. And this guy is a good friend of ours for DCW. Sometimes he comes to our Discord to hang around with. And he's even rocking his wings. Of course, this is the live stream. They don't know what we are talking, what not. They cannot check the stream whatsoever. So in that regard, do not worry. That was just a happenstance in that moment.
Yeah, plus the 1 minute delay on the stream.
Yep. And of course, for these guys, the formation is mostly as before. Quite high, Mach 1 overall, and just pushing into the bullseye. So ETF is really not going to change that much compared to before, as we can see.
Oh yeah, I see in chat, yeah, the weapon restrictions are 4 ERs max, meaning the radar guidance that Frosty has on his wings have to be Rs, not ERs, but just Rs, which are basically just the worst version of the missile, less range. if you can swap to Frosty, you can notice the missile is shorter than the ER on the.
Let me get Frosty on
the
camera for a sec.
semifinals.
Frosty, where are you, my friend? Here you are.
Yeah, the Rs on the wing pylons are just way smaller than the ERs on the fuselage.
There you go. Are you sure? I mean, for me, they look all of them look the same. You know, I cannot differentiate
you know, on
between
first look, I'm pretty sure the ERs are longer. And
I don't
also,
know.
if you check the back, okay, what's the brown or orange-ish back is on the ER it's shorter, and on the R it's longer. The motor or whatever that is.
The rocket engine for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So both teams are inside the bullseye, by the way. And as you can see, we have, as before mentioned, we have Coxie and Rufus. We have on the right flank for 100 KIAP and 51st. And ETF is starting to drop the drop tanks. They are way closer. So I think we are going to be seeing a different approach for 51st PBO, 100 KIAP, as mentioned. But
oh,
still,
this is gonna be interesting. KIAP way on the north side, and Black Pixel and Rich just hauling ass inside of the bubble straight for the bullseye. Meanwhile, the warship coming from the north. It's gonna be very interesting, actually. I wonder how this round plays out in the first pass, especially, and how ETF is gonna react to this type of situation.
But realistically, wait, this is my... Okay, no. So, I think this tactic is not going to really work out for 51st realistically, because they are going to be having 4 guys against the entire ETF team, and yeah, 2 guys on the left flank, but it's not so on the left flank, so they can really push hard into ETF lines. We've seen on the tournament so far, we've seen Leading Edge trying these kind of tactics with the baguettes, the Mirage 2000s.
Mirages, oh jeez. Oh, first launches from Black Pixel and Rich. Okay,
totally
maybe
right.
just one missile on the
only one.
7-2 ship of ETF.
2 missiles going out. I mean, maybe they are saving these 2 aircraft, Coxie and Rufus, for later on into the fight, to try to get the main group into close by, and then move the 2 other aircraft to sort out the situation and then come in out. I don't know.
Oh, notice that ETF this time around only has a 15-mile separation. They usually have a way bigger separation, like plus minus 10 miles. And they're even collapsing closer to each other, so this is gonna be interesting. As you can see, Rich and Black Pixel just breaking off, baiting out the SD-10s. And yeah, coming to join the 4-ship on the north.
Also,
actually, scratch that, never mind. They're recommitting into another launch, ER, on the Northern group.
Yes, as you can see in camera, we have Breeze and Riker defending these 2 ER missiles sent downrange. And now, Rich and Black Pixel are gravitating towards the center area of ETF. So
we have a SD-10 launch on the Rich and Black Pixel. The missile looks very scary.
Yeah, but it is tracking? No, it is tracking. It is tracking.
Yeah, I think so.
It is. And that's going for Black Pixel. Let me try it with him.
Yeah, it's not going for the...
Yeah, because Black Pixel is for a wall of pain right now, if he doesn't manage to defend that one.
Oh yeah, that's what you like to see yet again from Black
defense.
Pixel. Very nicely defended. That's what you like to see. Okay. I guess Tech gave him some tips from last round, because yeah, Tech was really on those missiles. This one was very close, but well played from him. Pulled some G's and it ended up working for him.
Of course, we have Black Pixel coming out
more SD-10s.
Yes, so he's outrunning, trying to outrun one SD-10 coming his way. Well, Cookie has sent other SD-10 was nowhere so far. So I think that Black Pixel is just baiting the SD-10s. So maybe you are right, Alpha Gator on chat, that 51st are going to be baiting. So far we are seeing that they are not pushing as hard as before. Of course, we have an R missile from Frosty coming downrange, but still, I think that's going to be used, like this one from Coxie, just to put the guys on ETF into defensive position.
Aspen just launched a SD-10 from 40,000 feet. Seems like it's going onto Frosty. That's gonna be very interesting to see if that actually does something to him.
Yeah,
okay, Frosty seems he's defensive, so it shouldn't be... Yeah, Frosty's fine, never mind.
Yeah,
The
still,
missile was
that is
very
still
scary.
tracking, isn't it? That is still tracking.
Even if it's tracking, it's not gonna catch him.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
I think Frosty is well aware that he's safe.
Yeah.
And notice, Frosty hasn't launched his ERs, he has launched his Rs.
That's like correct. So they are
Because
playing for the long
Rs,
round
he
right
knows
now.
he's not gonna support him, it's just for the missile launch warning from the Fox 1.
That's
Yeah, we'll have to
correct.
see that. The adaptation of the strats.
Yeah, and that's what we love seeing when you have this kind of teams that they are top of the top dogs of the tournaments. They do adapt easily and they do come up with different tactics. You can see that these guys 51st are not coming as hard as before, so that's different to what I was going to expect. So of course that means that they are going to be trying to drain up the missiles from the SD10s from ETF, and afterward they will be pushing hard close by.
I think ETF is starting to realize what KIAP are doing, and because you still see 4 missiles on Dizzy, 4 missiles on Breeze, 2 missiles on Aspen. He's kind of running low. Riker's still at 3 missiles, so KIAP is trying to bait those missiles, but ETF is not willing to shoot them. Only one low at on the missiles is Cookie, which has 1 left, but his team, he's got all the SD10s in the world.
Yeah. But still, I'm seeing that they are starting to drop out some ETs into the mix, you know? So they are playing with the... Okay, we have that SD10 is now it's going to be Frosty, but it's too far away. So 54 are still alive. They are looking good and dandy. Pushing bit by bit. They are not really making things... pushing too hard. They are just waiting for ETF to come by this time. They change their approach.
And it's not a concern in SATAC because the bubble doesn't shrink, but ETF are well inside the bubble, and KIAP are kind of playing on the edge of the bubble, which I don't think is going to be a problem because they're just going to hold their ground. We'll see if that affects them in any way, but just keep in mind that the bubble's there and it could cause some problems. ET launch from Tech.
That's great.
Electrical doesn't know that one's coming. Is he flaring?
I don't know. Let me check. Let me get him on camera.
This one might be his end.
Oh, he's notching. Flares out. Yep.
Your delivery, you cannot notch Fox 2s.
Are you sure?
I am very sure. But yeah, trash ass Seeker head on the ET doesn't track, unfortunately, for Tech.
Tech is going to be in a world of pain right now.
Oh, whoa. Does he defend these?
Tech is defending.
Ah, he's got blown sky high.
My freaking computer. Yep, Tech is dead. Okay,
Ooh,
things are happening, guys.
Jet into Syrian wreckage.
Totally. So things are happening, as you can see, guys. Missiles are coming downrange from...
Ooh, another ET coming for Dizzy. Doesn't look like it's tracking. Yeah,
no,
she dropped some flares.
It's way too far away. Still, that ER coming from Ritz is going to be receiving an ER. He's out defending. We are going to be riding with Ritz on camera as he's trying to notch that ER.
Ooh, Fox
down
from Coxie from 20,000 feet down low. That is an ER on Cookie. Cookie split-essing out of there. But that ER, I
coming
think
into Riker.
Ooh, Cookie's defending. Does he oh, he got blown his wings away. Yeah, you turn the Jeff into the rocket ship, it doesn't fly so well.
Yeah.
But Frosty's about to get traded by an SD10, it seems.
Yeah,
Frosty managed to defend this one.
Frosty has 2 incoming SD10s toward him.
Frosty, you're a good player, man, but you cannot defend these. Yeah, he's down. Right now, oh, it's a 4v4 situation. KIAP actually managed to run this one back.
Yeah, things are looking good for first once.
And it seems that they're pushing Dizzy, which she's alone up there.
Yeah, this is totally isolated.
Oh,
this is going to be in a very tight spot if she doesn't manage to get things
she's about to get KIAP'd. Oh my god. That's not good. Oh, there's 3 ETs coming her way. Yeah, I mean, good luck, honestly.
She can make it happen. I know she well enough to know she's can
leaving
make it
the
happen.
notch. There's the missile, it's going on, it's got her. Oh my god.
Well, 3 on 4. Not 3 on 4 situation, but
SD10
Rich is going to be dying, maybe?
Pixel. Ooh, Black Pixel.
Which
he managed to defend that one. Oh my god, that was so close. That was about, like, again, 500 feet max. Black Pixel lives to fight another day. This guy's been shitting on these missiles. Oh my god. And remember, guys, it's a 4v3 for the KIAP guys. They have a very good chance of winning this one.
Riker
Roofies, Fox 2.
Both of them.
PL5's out, R73's out.
Roof is on camera.
Breeze is flaring. Come on, flare.
Breeze has to
Press
bend
the-
it.
Press the flares. Oh, it missed him.
Roof
It
is-
Oh. Come on, come on.
This position.
It's there. It's there.
No,
Good.
no, no, it's
oh,
not,
Perfect.
it's not, it is
Another
not.
close call.
SD10 from Freeze towards Rufus?
Ooh,
Yeah. Rufus
Breeze
is
using
still not
all the
so-
missiles he has.
Yes. Rufus is going to be going down. Yeah, Rufus
Ooh,
down.
yeah, he's got blown.
Okay, SD10
Black
working with
Pixel,
Black Pixel.
working from an SD10. Oh, he got
Dex
taken
getting out
out
the
as
sky.
well. From
Okay,
a
Breeze-
4v3, we're coming to 2v3. Breeze might. Oh, Breeze got taken down. It's
Yes.
a 2v1. It's a 2v1. Riker
Riker has to
Riker
come
has a 1 PL5 and he's merged. He's down to guns. He's down to guns. Coxie on the deck. Again, flare, brother. Oh, and it's a 1v1. That's what we love to see. KIAP guys, they're just. I can guarantee you, Rich is just gonna pull his nose around and R73 his ass. That's what I think I'm gonna see. Oh, never mind. Yes, please, I know.
by. Riker down to guns. So now we have on camera the two Soul survivors looking towards each other.
I
Riker's on
believe.
tail. Down to guns. Misses. Rich coming with a oh freaking gosh.
Winnable.
way.
I could fly this. Loki.
No. He cannot. One engine is down and he's dropping the engine. No. Still trying to survive, but still no AOA. He cannot. He doesn't have the power. Oh,
What?
freaking god! Trying to make. Wait.
Yeah, it's going for the sun.
Yeah, but he was trying to go for a draw, and that missile could have gotten him though.
Yeah, R73s do work.
Yeah, they do work for sure.
Wow, that was
That
a great
was
round.
close.
For that was for both sides actually a great round.
Yes, and by the way, please check with the teams, but I think they will love to have a landing in this situation.
Yeah,
Do check.
you have to RTB in the last round. That's a
Yeah.
must. Oh my god. Okay, that's what we love to see. That was a perfect example from what I expected from this matchup. Like, just fulfilled my expectations, honestly. Came down to the dogfight 1v1.
And that's what we love to see for sure.
Perfect round for a viewer.
I mean, we managed to get that down on camera, so that's awesome. Something you have to love for sure.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean-
I love the strats that KIAP employed to actually like it's no shame in losing right here right now. I feel like because like they changed strats 3 times and it nearly worked for the last round.
Yeah, nearly. I mean, it was as AlphaGator mentioned. They have to drain the SD10.
Yeah, the SD10 was the biggest reason, obviously, for their winning. But yeah, I mean, it takes some good pilots in those airframes to make those SD10s work.
That is correct. Of course, guys, we are going to be seeing Riker going down back home and landing. But in the meantime, this time we are going to be analyzing the tag view, because for this round we do have a nice tag view to check, and it's going to be a more interesting fight to watch on tag view.
Oh hell yeah, this is the best one to watch too.
Definitely. And of course, if Riker manages to land, then it's going to be the victory for ETF in this round 3, and therefore they will be advancing into the finals against Chinese Festival. That's going to be an interesting match for sure. Still, do you have view on the top view, by the way?
Nope.
Are you I'm sharing my screen,
You would have to. I see your tag. Sorry, I thought you said if I have the tag view like myself. Yeah, I see
No.
it.
Okay, perfect. So of course, it was the start of the fight, as mentioned. We saw ERs coming downrange from Black Pixel, trying to put EDF into defensive positioning. But still, I'm going to be advancing this a bit faster. We saw that initial missiles, yeah, this is just for posturing, just to try to make these guys be into offensive positioning. And this missile going from Black Pixel.
Oh yeah, very scary.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Black Pixel is an epic gamer, of course. Manages to defend a Mach 2 missile. What is that?
yeah, Mach 2 missile at 0.01 nautical miles.
Oh my
that's
god.
I mean, guys,
Oh, yeah.
this is as close as it gets.
Oh yeah. And Black Pixel's been doing this the entire match too. That's not the first time he's pulled this off.
Of course, that's not the only one, though. You can see Riker here. Also, well, he did manage to get those missiles defended preemptively, just because those missiles were not even tracking. But of course, Lucky Pixel got more S10 coming his way, but so far so good for him.
Real quick, do you want to do an interview with ETF?
I need to confirmation for both teams to see if they both won, and we'll do the interview. So please check with them in Discord if you don't mind. Because guys, I think this match deserves an interview. And of course, we have to know how ETF was formed. You were right with how it happened. Of course, more missiles. You can see that these guys, 51st and 100 KIAP, decided to, okay, this round we are going to be playing less aggressive. We are going to be draining them out of missiles. And they did so at the start. I mean, we can see even, and I'm going to showcase just this to you for a sec, guys. You can see that right now, Riker is down to nothing. And he had to use his gun to bring this victory home. Still, of course, he has still to land, but that should not be a problem. The fight was not so freaking long. So, well, we'll see. We'll get to see. But still, while we wait for him to do the remaining, let me check, the remaining 90 miles out, we can go on checking the attack view for sure.
Yeah, I think ETF kind of realized that what KIAP are doing and been more careful on the missiles. Kind of unfortunate on some of those ETs to not track, because I don't see any flares in the air.
Yeah.
Which, if you were an F-16 and you were this close, I mean, you're eating those all day of the week.
I think they did notch them, you know, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I don't have to tap you on camera. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we are talking. Sorry. My bad. Now we are talking. Okay, so of course, as before, so compared to before, we saw that this round was not decided in so freaking short time. And we saw missiles coming left and right. Still, you can see that the problem here. Technician, for example, sent an EET, which is a Fox 2 long range, into Electroball, but did not manage to track all along the track, you know. So even if it was at 9 miles out, which is scary as freaking
Another
heck.
ET being notched, okay.
Yeah, that's why I told you. I think they can be notched. Surprisingly, but yeah, I think they can.
Oh yeah, Tech, very aggressive player. Didn't pay off for him this time around, unfortunately. Yeah. Got taken down by the SD10.
That is correct. And of course, we are missing one more casualty before Tech, I think. No, sorry, that's not it. I think next casualty, I think it was...
From the ETF side, for sure.
You think so? I think it was.
Yeah, because this round was very, very even on both sides for the entire duration of the fight.
Yeah.
See that ET? Oh no, that one doesn't track as well. Interesting. But all the ETs in the war track me when I try to outrun them. Yeah, Cookie died to this one.
Yeah.
Because he was too high. Low to high shots. Very scary.
I mean,
Missile hits him at...
Cookie is on chat. Cookie should be ashamed being the only one from ETF who has died. Shame on you. Nah, come on. You did a freaking good job, as per usual. Of course, I'm just joking with them because I know them good enough to be able to joke like that. But still, because Cookie got taken down and Frosty was pushing into him, and he thought first missile did not hit, Frosty did keep on pushing with an ER, and then he had to turn around, but SD10 was coming his way, not one but two, and he got blown out of the sky. But at the same time, you can see that Coxie, knowing that the Electroball was pushing Frosty, who was pushing Cookie, sent down range an ER and took down Electroball from the sky.
I'm very surprised that Electroball didn't actually notch that one, because ETF are very proficient at notching, but this time around, I guess he didn't drop enough chaff for the flanker radar to, you know, leave him alone, but it didn't work so much for him. Oh, 5 miles away, that's a hard one to do. Never mind,
yeah,
I thought it was further away.
But still, I think he didn't know that Coxie was there, you know? I think that was a SATAC problem there.
I mean, keep in mind, Coxie's still at 20,000 feet, and like our 27s up high are very, very, very fast.
Yeah.
So that's a very hard missile to notch.
Because missiles coming left and right. Okay, this had... Oh, this is painful to watch.
That's a tough day. Yeah, that's a very tough day.
I mean, when you get sent down range 3 missiles at 7 miles out, there is no notch that is going to be saving you. Oh, freaking gosh, she did turn around. Oh, that was a problem.
Oh, she would survive, though. I mean, she would get pushed regardless, I think.
No,
Like
I mean,
Oxy.
this ET
Oxy.
is not tracking. This one,
No,
is
she would get
tracking.
pushed down by the remaining players, I meant.
Yeah, but I think they. Yeah, I mean, she. Well, maybe we don't know. This is hindsight 2020 as per usual, but still, I'm not so sure because Aspen was coming and pushing into the lines of it first. Therefore, she was going to be able to keep on notching, going towards the friendly area, towards Aspen, and Aspen will have been able to cover her. You know. At least that's my guess. Still, this got taken out of the equation. Aspen decided to start pushing into Rich.
I'm pretty sure Rich defended that one, actually. That one
Yes.
blew up behind them.
Crash.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. It flew by. Never mind.
No, it just crashed in the air. I mean, maybe this is a bit of the sync, by the way. So
Yeah, it might be this thing true.
you know,
Yeah, good job on the notch.
Yeah, but Black Pistol, I think this is the one he did defend. Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, he outrun this one.
this exchange of missiles between him and Breeze was amazing because you can see.
Oh yeah, and then he managed to outrun a PL5 as well. Yeah, this guy defended like what 4 or 3 missiles this round. Very insane. I'm surprised that ET doesn't track.
Yeah, I think he did launch it way too prematurely. You know, trying to put a bit of space between him and Breeze, and he didn't manage to get it work out. No, sorry, he's launching toward Riker. I think it's launching toward Riker. I think it's launching toward Riker.
Oh yeah, it was the ER's turning for Riker. Yeah, you're probably right.
So he was not trying to spawn Breeze, which is a bit of a problem there for sure.
Yeah, that could be the round-winning shot though. If he shot at Breeze, actually, the ET, I think that could be it.
Well, Breeze is one of the best notchers for the team, for ETF. That I can say myself. And it's very rare to see him die to any missile whatsoever. I'm surprised he died in this round though.
Yeah, I mean, ET. It's hard to say if he would see the ET, but I mean, ET smoke trails are. They probably smoke trail more than an F-15. So I mean, he could have flared that easily. And yeah, there goes Roofies.
Roofies managed to outrun the missile by just a teeny bit.
Oh yeah.
By the way,
That's
guys.
what we like to see.
Yeah, by the way, I just forgot to give you the prediction, the points for the prediction. ETF has won. Therefore, there you go with your stream points. So there you go and enjoy them for sure. And of course, let us keep on watching. We have Breeze pushing hard. Okay, you can see that Breeze has managed to, up to this point, he was saving SD10s. You know, saving them to be sure that he could use them at this point. And let's see that Aspen was down to Fox 2s already. Of course, Breeze has taken down Roofies by that SD10. And Black Pistol, the same one? Yeah, so 2 missiles, 2 KOs, which is perfect. More so when you have this kind of situation, where you are 3 against 5, sorry, 3 against 4, and you alone with 2 SD10s, you can level things out for your team and making things more balanced. I mean, I think this was the key moment where ETF outturned the situation in their favor and managed to pave the way for Riker to win the round. Marak, you there still, mate?
I am. I'm reading chat and I'm seeing that SD10 acts like an AIM-120B at low altitudes, which is I'm very sure incorrect. I'm pretty sure SD10 is the same, if not just a little tiny better on the deck, by like 1 mile or opt.
Yeah, but roughly
ETF guys would know
I think
that.
it was roughly a 120C. You know, down the deck, but yeah, roughly down around that area. So it's not that much compared to the 120 Charlie or Bravo. The difference, but the SD10 down in the deck, and that's why I think that's why 51st and 100 KIAP managed to put things more level towards them. Still, we can see here that Black Pixel got taken down by Breeze as we saw before, but still
Breeze getting a double kill over here.
Yeah,
with the double target.
That's correct, and that's why I mentioned that I think this was the moment where ETF managed to put things back on track and managed to pave the way for Riker to win. But still, Rich managed to take down Breeze over there with that Fox 2, and from the grave, it is something amazing to see, of course, as per usual. Black Pixel taking down Aspen. So 2 guys going down from 51st at once, and 2 more guys going down at once from ETF, which is amazing to see that. That's not common to see for aircraft going down in just a few moments. You know, it's not common at all.
Yeah, I would go as far as saying that this was the play of the game, the double launch from the breeze, because he literally single-handedly turned around the round in about 10 seconds, which you just don't see ever.
Yeah. Of course, Riker with his last PL2 managed to take down one of the members and just got down.
But they trade. I'm pretty right here, right?
Right?
But
No, not
Mexel manages to get a Fox 2 off, and I'm pretty sure he kills Aspen as well.
Are you at the same timeline as myself? Just that?
Yep. I'm watching your stream.
Okay. At the stream or the tap view analysis I'm showcasing?
I'm watching
Discord.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Wrong stream, my bad.
Yeah, you should be on Discord, mate. So we are showcasing exactly the same. You were 1 minute behind. Literally 1 minute behind. No worries. Because as mentioned, Riker here with the last PL2 takes down Coxie. And of course, now we are down to a guns only. Guns only situation. Rich sadly
Rich
he did
losing the visual, that's very unfortunate.
And
if he saw that, remember he still had a Fox too. If he saw him, that's a one round.
Yeah. That would have been it. But still Riker needs to have a bit more practice with guns, as far as we can see there. But
I mean, the nerf's probably getting into him. Like you can't say anything against that. Really high intense match, 1v1.
Yes.
Speaking of Riker, he's above the base, about to land.
You are right. But still, he's a bit far away yet. But still, he's just coming in. My computer is chugging. Come on, my computer, come back to life. I beg you, come back to life.
CPR.
He's coming back to life. Perfect. So of course, Riker here, before we moved to the Riker landing, we saw that he managed to get a bit of altitude, and he got shot by. There's not. Okay, here we are. This AF-73 from beyond the rave. Yeah, he did try. Oh, I forgot the name. Freaking gosh. Rich tried to push a bit of alpha angle into his airplane, enough to lock and send a Fox towards Riker.
I genuinely think that would pull in if there wasn't the sun.
No, sun was not part of the equation, I think. You can see he's turning towards Riker. But still, he's just way too close. Because, I mean, that missile has to do at 180, literally, to be able to land, to get to target. But that was a bit too much, I'm afraid to say, to be able to track.
Oh yeah, I've seen missiles pull those things though. Have you seen that clip of the F-16 getting out to circled by a Phoenix?
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh yeah,
of course, guys. Sorry. And now we are going to be going with my friend Riker, who is going on final approach. Oh wait, final approach. No, he's still bleeding energy. Still bleeding. So he's feeling comfortable with his airplane and the fluid situation to be able to bleed energy before landing.
Only time he has enough energy in the JF-17, the engine's not too good. Yeah, where's he going?
I think he's just
trip around the city of Yuregir.
No, he's lining up to Adana, by the way. He just still, I think he's just breathing energy. Still a bit too high. Well, energy is well enough to land, but still, I think he's just trying to be sure that he's on the perfect point to land, you know. My guess. Still, let me try to get the camera ready for his landing. I mean, maybe he was I know him well enough to think that he might just be waiting for me to get him on camera so we can watch him land. My computer is freezing.
Think he's lining up.
My computer is freezing, by the way. Come on, computer, go back to life. I trust you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, your voice kind of stopped for me for a second. That was kind of scary.
It was kind of scary, even for myself. I'm going to just stop streaming my camera for you. Okay.
Or?
Yeah, so that should be a bit easier for my computer. Oh, not wrong key.
Final.
Yep. Wheels down. Final approach for Riker.
Oh, there's two airfields. That's why. Okay. I thought he was going on the other one. That's behind him.
No, he has going for Adana. As mentioned, let me try to get him on camera for the final approach. Computer, come on, I trust you. Camera here is looking good. No. Oh, what the hell? Nevertheless, final approach on runway. Our camera is working. Final approach for Riker. Crazy guy from the UK, as per usual. Final approach for J17. On Andana. Come on, computer! I trust you. I know you can make it happen. Still too high. I think he's not going to be landing this one though. No, he's going down. He's going down now. Okay, final approach. Wheels are going to be down in now. Okay, and once he's down under control on the runway, we can see we will be able to give this third round to ETF, and therefore this is going to be the victory of ETF against 51st PVO 100 KIAP. You can see the aircraft is under control, no problem whatsoever. And guys, this is going to be it. Round 3 victory for ETF. So guys, we are back once again face to face. First and foremost, Mrak, can you check with the guys? We are going to be doing an interview.
Let me check up.
First and foremost.
Okay, KIAP guys are good to go, and ETF guys should be ready as well.
Okay, so that means we do have an interview for tonight, guys. Therefore, I want you guys to start lining your question for the teams down on chat there. I think for chat is for you is over here. So get those questions rolling, because we are going to be interviewing them in just a few more minutes. Therefore, I want all the things you want to ask them line up, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Stay tuned and see you in a sec. Well, I'm going to be fixing this freaking thing as we go. Okay, there we are. So guys, now we are live with the interview. No face cam right now, so I know that you love my beautiful face, but regardless, you have to just suffice with my beautiful, beautiful circle. So to the utmost left, we have Breakshot, one of the organizers of this tournament, together with Rich, and the member of 51st PVO and 100 KIAP. Please say hi to the viewers.
Hello, hello.
Of course, next to him and to my left, I have Cookie from ETF. Please say hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello there.
Me, myself, the Liberator here, not in the flesh this time. This is not looking good. Good enough. Not me right now, the Liberator, and to my right, I have my crazy. Oh, no, this is not right. This is Breeze. Breeze to my right. Please say hi.
Hello there.
And of course, next to him, to the right, we have the crazy UK member spotted to Spain, Riker.
Buenas noches, amigo.
Buenas noches, compañero. Of course, Marak. Oh, how should you say Mrak?
It's
Wembrak?
Mrak. We've been over this multiple times, bro. Come on. Even Breeze
Not enough
fucked it
time.
up.
Not enough time. You know that already. I don't know my names. And of course, to close things up, we have reached over the right side of everything of all of us, one of the organizers of the tournament and the guy behind all the servers that we are, the guy behind the missions and everything, and checking up that everything is working for all the guys. So please say hi to the viewers.
My responsibility. Hey, folks, it's been a pleasure.
Not at all. Not at all. So of
Maybe
course. So of course, first and foremost, congratulations are in order for ETF for advancing to the
Absolutely.
final stage with this fight.
Yeah, congrats. Good match. That was good fun. That was a lot of exciting stuff for our guys.
Oh yeah, round 3 was really good.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
I
very
was-
fun.
I had to GCI from round 2 onwards because I had some technical issues with my stick, basically giving me bullshit. I couldn't fly. So when I switched over, it was quite fun to watch and try to guide. I think, we went down the first 2 rounds. The second round was pretty close. We kind of made some mistakes. So we figured we did change tactics every round because it's pretty hard to fight the Jeffs in the flankers. So we tried to do a few different things. Some things work better than the others, and you can see in the last round we kind of we thought we'd pull it back, and if we did, I think that would have really been a different story for us. But unfortunately, it just wasn't to be. I think it came down to the last fighter, I believe, and. So congrats ETF, nice match, and I hope you guys do well in the final.
Well, thank you very much. And may I just quickly add a quick remark for Maury and all the other people at 51st and 100 KIAP. Thank you so much for allowing us to move the date to today, because we had a lot of issues with it being at the previous date, and I cannot thank you enough. And fortunately for us, Breeze's visa got declined, so he couldn't go away to a different country, so he was able to play. Unfortunately for him, but very good for us. So we managed to get our Breeze in for the last minute, and it was really clutch. So just thank
Breeze,
you guys so much.
Breeze came in clutch very in the last round by the double target SD10.
Must be on vacation, man.
But yeah, no worries, man. We try our best, but I imagine Cookie also probably knows. Scheduling's an absolute nightmare for all parties.
Absolutely.
But
Trying to get all games done in a weekend for
Exactly.
any tournament's very difficult because
Yeah.
it all has to work out.
Exactly. So we work best we can, but I'm glad we managed to get that sorted and squared away.
Thank you very much.
So guys, we have a pile of questions lined up. So let me get them sorted out, because I do love myself doing some fancy things as per usual. Where it is, the first question is from Dear Space Engineer. That's Mocha from 14th VVS to be, so we know for sure. Where's the question? Come on, so many questions. I want more questions, by the way, guys. So keep them rolling. I cannot find them in the chat. What the list I wanted to do.
I see him. Do you want me to go ahead?
No worries. I have that on the Discord. I wanted to do some fancy shit. No necessary. Sorry. So question from 14th VFS Mocha, the aerospace professional. He wants to know for 51st, what was the biggest problem once you were in close range with ETF?
Okay, I'll answer that very quickly. It's very simple. For us fighting ETF, because they're flying Jeffs, most of our missiles are completely ineffective as a result. All the NEZ shots that we take have to be within 10 kilometers, if even they can hit. Heaters are almost useless fighting Jeff up close. All he has to do was just go in full military, and you don't even have him on vertical scan. So therefore, for us the only thing we can do is try to get real close and force a merge whereby you're in a knife fight. That's when you have the advantage, or at the very least you could neutralize it, because the flanker does have direct control, and you can get into a slow speed fight. The Jeff is not a slouch there either. The Jeff has good instantaneous, and it can really pull some high AOA. So really, in terms of what to do when they're close, well, the idea here is you wanna not end up in a 50-50 head-on with the Jeff, because it's just not really winnable with the semi-active missile unless you have a severe energy advantage. And we did try to push for energy advantage in the first 2 rounds, and we did try to do different tactics. to see how it will play out. In the second round, it kind of was working. We did kind of win the superiority on one flank, but I think just missorting and certain issues that we had in the flight caused just one or two Jeffs to sneak in. And if you get too close to it, the SD10 is nasty. What can I say?
Yeah, of course. We were talking around these all the fights that of course for 51st you had the thing that you were outranged all the time, but I didn't know, and now I can understand why your Fox 2 missiles overall were not tracking at all the S-17s, because
Yes,
I
yes,
saw
yes.
them notching and just dropping the ETs. I was like, they are notching the ETs. What the hell is going on here? Now I do
Yeah,
understand.
the thing about the Jeff is I think since a couple patches ago, or I don't know, it was given maybe half a year ago or so, I don't remember, but it made the Jeff pretty hard in when it comes to IR, and really the flying the flankers, the 33s and 27s, we really have only one missile that can be, let's say, fire and forget standoff missile, which is the ET. And as effective as it is against all other fighters, against the Jeff, it is proven to be almost completely ineffective unless he's using afterburner, which obviously he would not be if he's in a defensive maneuver. So therefore, it's almost like you've got to get real close. You've got to have the Jeff pinned down. You have to have a numerical advantage, 2v1, to be able to kill him, because 1v1 it is very difficult. We've done a lot of trainings internally. We have pilots in our squad who does Jeffs, and our KD in those trainings is like 5-1. You know, in the favor of the Jeff. So we knew the threat seriously. It's very hard to fight the Jeff in a flanker, just because of its such a low IR and RCS. I think that's the key. The missile, yes, you can talk about the SD10. It is a very good missile, no question about it. I don't think that's the main factor. I think it's just the survivability of the Jeff against the pretty shitty Russian radar. Therefore, I think that's the biggest factor for us, changing tactics. And you can see we have changed those tactics towards the last round. We tried to go into a dirty fight, try to basically bring them where we want them and fight it low and slow. And you could see that fight almost worked out for us. But it is still a fight whereby we are more defensive. We can't really put the pressure as much as we want to, and just for the fact that we are constantly forced to defend SD10s, So for us, it was a pretty tough fight, but we knew it was going to be such because we have been doing a lot of trainings versus Jeffs.
Well, that's quite an in-depth answer that I love hearing, because now now I've learned things out that I didn't know myself before. And for the viewers, I think it's going to be exactly the same thing, which is something highly appreciated for sure.
Don't get me wrong. At the same time, aircraft-wise, I think ETF have upped their game. They've been flying a lot. I mean, we had trainings with ETF many times, and we've won some, we've lost some. So we knew it was going to be a close fight. I think ETF kind of changed some tactics as well today. I think they took jammers. I think that helped them a lot, in my opinion, because without the jammers, they would have been much easier for us. I think without the jammers, we would have been able to, at least in the first and second round, work a little better. So definitely they have they have improved on what we expected from them. And overall, I think they stayed very disciplined and they just kept on pressing, and yeah, it's hard to beat that kind of setup because it's a very it's covered from all sides. You know what I mean? They have trailers, they have lead group, and they're always either defensive or just shooting SD10s at you all the time. So it's like a moving turret. It's like a turret moving closer and closer and closer to you. That's what it feels like, that formation, at least from a flanker's perspective.
Well, I don't know what to say more about that answer because it's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
I mean, pretty much summarize what I saw in testing. I did a lot of testing during the week with some other squadron, things like that. What tools we have in the Jeff to, I mean, without the jammers, that I'd say it's a lot more even. But with the jammers, I knew it was going to be a pain to sort with the bars going across the screen, and having to sort through GCI calls and between pilots, and I mean, with jammers, I mean, we had issues as well trying to get a proper sort on, especially on that first pass. So I mean, it's a really, really good summary of kind of what we expected going into this, and what we expected sort of the flankers have trouble with. Because I mean, even our internal, like I took some time to try and learn how to do the KIAP flanker, I guess you could say, and I killed Breeze one time out of all the times I was able to do it. So it's definitely not easy, and you definitely have to be super disciplined to get away with it. And it's a lot of respect to a team who can come out there and be competitive with the airframe, especially in its current state.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you're going into war with a knife, and any team that can manage to make it work is massive props, because you have to get so close against Jets. Oh, is my microphone cutting?
No, it's good.
So of course, I have a few more questions for you guys. We have a question from Maestro Fall, because I think we got this wrong on chat. To Cookie, and he's asking you when you are going back to Brazil.
I am 0% Brazilian.
He's completely Brazilian.
Not even the slightest.
Lol.
Yeah, I think we missed.
Is he,
like
is
three
he in
words
the
of
wrong
Portuguese.
stream? Is he watching another stream? Maybe he's watching a sunset stream or something. Maybe he's.
Add that to the DCS iceberg.
Well, now DCS is all about the Apache though, but still. Okay.
What's that?
What?
No, that's just
Exactly.
What kind of Apache? We don't know at all. Like,
Dusty's not happy. Dusty, come on.
Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy.
You lost? How?
So of course we have also more questions. A question from Kami to 51st. Why the long range initial shots on the left side? And I think that was on round 3. Okay, round 3? No, round 2, sorry. And do you think it worked, what you wanted it to do?
He's talking about round 2?
I think it's round 2. I'm not 100% sure.
Initial shots I'm not sure
3.
what.
Round 3 maybe. Let's
Keep
keep it
round
round 3.
1 or 3 because that's when we're doing the.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there were initial shots. You can work the Jeff at pretty long range. Remember, we know that ETF are gonna just notch and try to hide a little bit before pulling up. Sometimes you could get hit by an ER that was fired from long range, and you just notch, turn in, and that ER reacquires him and hits him in the face. We've seen that happen. So it doesn't mean that firing from that range is just meant to keep the pressure right away and control the fight as soon as possible. Mind you, I don't think the shots were taken at such a long range, probably about 60 clicks. The Jeffs were high as well. They were coming in at 11,000 meters. So you don't want to fuck with the Jeff at 11,000 meters, because if he gets too close to you, that ST10 is just going to pulverize you, at that altitude. So the idea was to just bring them low and then switch flank as soon as possible and push everyone on that flank to overwhelm. And I think that's what happened. However, the opposite flank was supposed to have Bison Flight holding them, and I think they got a little bit too adventurous. So we lost Bison Flight, and that's when it went bad. Because the second round, the 33s went in, and I think they mopped up one flank, but by that time it was too late. Bison Flight was already dead, and we had to fight from behind.
Yeah, you definitely have to respect ER at those ranges for sure. I mean, we did a little bit of testing, and it's not something that's very common, I'd say, especially in Fox 3 competitions, to fight flanker squads. So if you're not cognitive of the fact that those ERs will go out and they will touch you, then you can easily wind up in a trap where you recommit into an ER that you thought was dead. So definitely, we had that absolutely respect those 60 click launches for sure, especially if we're above 30,000
They go like
feet.
Mach 5. They're essentially Russian Phoenixes, well, in the correct parameters, right? We saw some of the TAC views against you guys. I can't remember who it was. Again, recently, and like watching some of your R27s going to Mach 5, and the initial loft was quite insane.
Yeah.
So we
it doesn't loft. It doesn't loft at all. It doesn't loft.
I just using the
first
word
pass, I think you meant.
colloquially.
Yeah.
First pass. Yeah, I was using the term colloquially. But to be honest, the largest threats from the flankers really were the R73s and the ETs. Really, I think we mainly only died to Fox 2 type missiles because we weren't paying attention. Or CFITs.
Yeah, I think the most notable TAC view I saw was definitely for long range ER shots was Marak recommitting into like an ER that had like Mach 0.6 in the
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah, so you definitely have to learn to respect it.
Thanks for reminding me that one. Really appreciate it, Cookie.
No worries, I'm back.
And another one. I mean, guys, I'm coming for you.
Your
Next
death
tournament
served
for
as a
sure.
valuable lesson for our learning.
Yeah.
Yes, your death has contributed to our knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So
maybe-
I get a free module because when you win.
I
bet.
Give you
Keep
a
playing with
cookie. How
flanker.
about that?
Yeah, we'll
If
buy
you
you
have
the flanker
flanker,
then.
please. Yeah.
I have a
you deserve it.
27.
We'll
Well,
get you another
So
flanker.
you'll get
There's a couple
two.
of them.
Yeah, there you
Yep.
Buy you happy.
Go.
So of course, guys, we have two more questions from the chat still. We have, I think this has been answered yet already, but I'm just going to mention so as you know what has been asked, which is the 17 and a half opponent and when yes and sorry, is the 17 and a half opponent and when yes why? Well, I think we've discussed that already. And of course,
Yeah.
what is the biggest strength of the flankers against ETF? I think we have already discussed that already though.
Yeah, 73s and ETs really. Even though they're
Not really. I mean,
different-
73s maybe if you get in a merge, then that it's okay.
Yeah.
I would say the best way to kill a Jev is with an ER. We had pilots taking, we had pilots in our elements taking more ERs. We are limited to only 4 by these rules of competition. By the
Out
way,
of,
so
memory,
we
though,
had
yeah,
we had
noticed that
pilots
as well.
taking 4. We had pilots taking 4 ERs, 1 ET, with leaving one of the pylons empty. For that very purpose, because the ETs are just completely ineffective.
But from recollection, though, I'm pretty sure we mainly died to Fox 2 type missiles.
I like
My main worry was,
Yeah.
I mean, like you said earlier, you wanted to make the fight dirty, and that was pretty much my biggest sort of
Yeah.
worry is that if we got into one of those scrappy fights with PL5s, it's not ideal at all against our 73s. Not.
So I
not
don't
in the
think we died
slightest.
against an ER at all. I don't think.
Last
Yeah,
round,
but
Cookie
ER is
died
100%
to ER
correct,
and
though.
Dizzy died to ER.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah. We
Knocked 2 of them down.
Yeah.
But I think mainly it was the Fox 2s that got us.
Yeah. The
Well, I
longer
guess-
the fight got dragged out, the worse it got for us, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those Fox 2s were probably on someone who was really not where he's supposed to be. I think when you look at flankers fighting other aircraft like F-16, Tomcat, Eagle, whatever, there the Fox 2s are very effective because you know it's not gonna lose him when he goes full military. So there the ETs become much more effective in that fight. So when we fight other squadrons that are not flying Jeff, we have a much higher success rate simply because you could shoot head on, you could shoot tail on, you could shoot while he's in the notch, and the missile will most likely find him, even if he's not in military. However, of course, if he flares, he will defeat it pretty easy. I mean, it's a piece of cake. But against the Jeff, a lot of the time, he's not flaring, he's just flying level. You fox him head on, and the missile just doesn't track. So that's where it's you really have to be close. Like I think within 5 clicks, Rich, really, to be sure that that missile tracks.
Yeah,
Like ET.
yeah, 5 clicks you can be pretty confident. Anything outside of that, just forget it. And you know, as we've already explained, it's getting to that range where missiles will start guiding. Because obviously, you know, you guys are very good at notching, so ERs are basically just there to get us close, so we can actually utilize the heaters. But the heaters, you know, aren't doing too good until 5 clicks, so we got to get real fucking close.
In fairness, we were bringing 90% flares, and I think we ran out of flares still every
So
round.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we were using.
on
I
that
think
third
that's the
round,
best thing
nobody
to
had
do.
flares left.
I had no flares in that merge. If you got me with an R73 in that merge, it would have been over. I had 0 flares.
You almost
fire.
got killed by 1.
Yeah, he did fire. He almost got you, I think.
Yeah, I think the
saw
sun.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it went.
sun,
It
took
it like tracked at the sun, then arced in, and just couldn't.
No, it did not
Yeah.
track
It was
to
like,
the
oh,
sun.
he's
We
dead.
did check. It just went to Riker, but still he was too much angle for the missile to track. But
Yeah,
that
it
was a close
too
one.
much angle, not enough energy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this guy's dead. And I was like, oh, he's got high off ball, might get me. And then
Yeah.
he shot. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, you know,
That would have
it's
been
not
one for
over.
the ages.
It's not
Yeah.
over till it's over.
Exactly.
Were you
That's
hit
what I
by
think about the whole-
PL5, Rich? Yeah.
No guns.
Okay.
I shot him with
Yeah.
my guns. My
Yeah,
MiG-21
well,
guns.
that's another thing the Jeff's really good at. You know, AOA, like low, slow fighting, because you know we're in the dirt. I
Yes.
missed the tally on my turn-in, and you know once I know he's behind me, I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna end well. Because
I had a sure deal moment because I completely didn't see you either, and I was really slow because I had no flares left, so I was just staying practically idle or mill, like in between that range to try like see if
Yeah,
he was coming
working.
at me. So I had an idea, and then like I saw you in the corner of my eye as you passed me. I was like, fuck, he's right there. So if I looked left, I would have never saw you. It was literally at the corner of my eye I saw you.
Yeah, well, that's it. It tends to go that way in these close fights. For me, I saw your PL5 launch on Coxie, but you had a lot of terrain clutter behind you, like trees, buildings, and I just couldn't pick you out of the terrain. So I tried to use vertical scan, but I made the mistake of not using radar. I tried using EO out of in pressure, and as I make the turn, yeah. So ideally, that's a mistake on my part. I should have used radar because if you're within 10 clicks, the radar will find you. But I tried getting you with the EO.
Vertical scan.
Yeah. Did my PL5 get Coxie? I'm unsure.
Yeah. I think it did hit him. Unfortunately, he was flaring, but I guess he just got unlucky.
Yeah, different aspects. But I was
Flanker's
really
IR
surprised.
signature is massive.
I was really surprised in my gun skills though, because the guns is like aimed 5 degrees down the Jeff, and I'm like, oh, the flanker can do some really high stuff.
Yeah, well, this is it. We can't keep it up. I can give you one good jink, and if you're able to sit behind me after that, then I've kind of had it.
Oh, it's good shit though. Good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, good stuff. It was that third round was definitely really good. Yeah, absolutely. There's something like a dirty fight like that when it's really equal. So
yeah, good to watch as well.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was hella great to watch, guys. Like you have no idea.
I mean, it shows that you both teams, guys, have experience and not have the knowledge. I mean, for me, it was all about like what's going to be doing 51st next time. What are they going to be coming back with? Because overall, what surprised me overall is what your capacity to adapt and overcome the situation. You were able to adapt. Okay, this tag is not working, change it. This second is not working, change it. And you almost got away with third round, and we will have gone to round 4. Almost. It was very close by.
Yeah, I think if we won that round, it would have been a different match. We've had many matches where we came back from a 2-0 deficit, so we were like, well, okay, we just have to refocus. And once if we were to clinch that round, obviously it would put a lot of pressure on them, and for us, it's kind of a free comeback. So that's what we were thinking, and it was close. Small mistakes here and there, but yeah, I mean, all credits to ETF. They flew really well, and I think they kept the pressure on in that last round. They didn't break apart when we changed the tactics. It caught them by surprise, obviously, so they fell for it in terms of how we wanted them to fight. But still, they managed to, even though they took a lot of losses, they still managed to pull through. So well done.
Extending on what you said, going into our game plans, we know that obviously you guys are a really good team. You've been around for a long time. You have a lot of experience. So we knew the longer the match would go on, the better you would adapt. So the quicker we got it over with, the better chances we had of winning. Because we after the first round and the second round, we're like, okay, guys, they're going to adapt. They're going to get better. They're going to see what went wrong and how to optimize their game plan to do better. And you did every single round. You chipped more and more of us away, obviously, until it was just down to 1. So we're quite happy with the result that happens, and good flying.
Well, guys, I think with this, we can close things up. First and foremost, once again, congratulations to ETF, my good friends. And of course, well-deserved victory against 51st, which we all know is the best team out there who fly the SU-33 and SU-27. I don't know if you are the only one, but I don't know that. But for sure, you are the best one of them all. That I can say for sure. And of course, we are going to be. And of course, we are. Oh, that's something very weird when I say. But now I think about what I said. Sorry for that. Regardless, we face you in training. I know that 51st is one of the top dogs out there, as we did mention throughout the entire stream. And I do think that we still. Well, by the way, guys, we still have 2 more matches. Sorry, 2 or more. I think we have
2 more matches.
2 more matches. That's correct. One to select.
The top four teams still need to fly 1 more match. We will have a 3rd place match, and then we'll have the final, obviously.
That's correct. So we are going to be seeing 2 Chinese teams performing on the finals, which is Chinese Festival, against ETF next week, and we'll be seeing 51st performing against In Sky, which is the other Chinese team. Which is I'm very surprised to see the 2 Chinese teams coming in.
Negative. It's TMC. TMC are the other semi-finalists.
TMC,
right?
Yes.
Oh, is that correct? Yeah.
Yes, TMC.
No, sorry. Okay, no, I'm surprised because
TMC.
I don't know why I thought it was In Sky. Sorry, my bad.
Nice.
Dios mío. But still, guys, thank you
I mean,
for
you can
joining
always
us.
give them a call. We don't mind. We can stream a match again. We can fly against them. No problem. It'll be fun
Anytime.
to
Well, anytime.
to coordinate.
Yeah. Of course, guys, thank you all for joining. Of course, thank you, Marak, to joining me as a co-host for today's match. And of
Hell yeah, it
course,
was fun, and I hope to come back later, maybe again.
yeah, sure thing.
Hmm.
Of
Yeah,
course,
we're reserving the final right now.
no,
with
that's,
Delivery.
by the way, that's something that 50% has to decide who is going to be streaming that. So that's for them to decide. Regardless, guys, at home, I hope that you have a fun time as we have done today's fight. And see you next week with the finals, for the two final matches for the rest of the tournament to know who's going to be top dog of this tournament. So guys, see you next week and have a good week for all you guys. Stay tuned and bye bye.
Guys.
Take it
Bye-bye.
easy.
Always a pleasure.